My name is Mina Esguerra. I write as Mina V. Esguerra. I'm a romance author and publisher in the Philippines. I write contemporary romance. So I have been writing since 2009. I've written over 20 books. So a lot of them are novellas, a lot of them are contemporary, featuring Filipino characters. So if you've read my books recently, that's pretty much what I've focused on. Like romance with Filipino characters, and it's usually set in the Philippines. And right now, though, I'm kind of exploring this nice space of the characters being in their 40s. And that's what Your Place Next Year, which is in the which is in the fall box. That's what it's about. So that's part of like this thing that I'm exploring, where the characters are Filipino, they're 40, they're hot. Yep.
Awesome. Sounds great. So yeah, so let's talk about Your Place Next Year. So tell us about the book.
So this particular book, Your Place Next Year, this was my like pandemic exploration of what romance could look like book. I wrote this as it's very short, so it's a novelette. It's under 20,000 words, but it just felt like it is what it needed to be. So it's about Aaliyah and Leandro. Aaliyah and Leandro, prior to the lockdown, actually saw each other every year uh, in La Union, which is a beach. It's like a beach town in the northern Philippines. They meet every year because Aaliyah, who is like a high ranking, almost director of her consulting firm, management consulting firm in Manila, she only has a week off every year. So she she found out that she has the most fun when she goes to the north, to this town in La Union, hangs out at the beach, and then started a fling with this guy on the beach. And that's Leandro, without knowing, of course, that when lockdown happens, and lockdown included like closing off Metro Manila from other parts of the Philippines. So in 2020, she wasn't able to go. And then the follow, like for 3 years after, she wasn't able to go. And and uh and then when the lockdown eased, he goes to Manila and looks for her. So that's where the story starts.
Very cool. So, I'm not biased at all, but what did you think about the special edition cover and formatting for the swag box?
I was so surprised, like in such a great way for it, because I didn't. So this book actually doesn't have a print edition. I did not make one yet. I I
Well,
just
now you have one.
yeah, now I have one. So I sent you the files of, and I was like answering your questions and like choosing stuff. And it was and when you sent me the video and I saw what it looked like, it was so cute, and it was just like it
first 2 books that I.
So
But yeah,
clever.
yeah,
She's like, what are the voices in my head?
pretty much. It was a very layered. I think I told Lucy that story one time. It's a long story, but anyway, she was my original pen name, and then I was like, nobody knows how to pronounce that, and so then I was like, I'll get.
Is it a boudoir?
You can. Everybody. I kept on like conversating like, do I call you Madame? And I was like, no.
Oh. That's very echoey. Oh.
Echo.
Yeah, there's a little echo at the moment. I am working on it.
I was talking to somebody yesterday at a brunch who's a playwright, and she's into the city and she was looking for a writing group. And she goes, I don't know how to, find a writing group. And I was like, pretty sure it's not that hard. Are you part of any writing group? Well, this one would be good for playwrights. But I just mean, like, how does one find a writing group if you're new to the city?
That's actually a good question, because I did a lot of theater, and I was like, there are like formal ones that are more like incubator kind of things you have to apply for. But if you want like just regular people, I mean, not regular people, like you just want to make one like amongst people you like or something.
You don't want to wait like
a
year to
make one. That's actually a great question, and I feel like there should be more of them. The way I always thought working was that people knew each other from like college or working together, and then they would kind of like maybe trade work, or like informally make one.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll just try to meet these people.
It's funny 'cause she was complaining. She was like, all the playwrights I know are actors. I was like, snobby much?
Yeah, that was normal. Did she go to grad school or anything?
Mm-hmm.
There's also, like, where do they hang out on the online? Oh my god, that makes me feel so old that I'm like, actually, I was doing playwriting before there was, like, online community.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Well, how old are you? You're not that old.
42.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not, that's not
But, like, all of my playwriting friends are, like, from college or right after,
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I had to go find them.
That's like the point of getting your continuing like your master's
Right,
degrees,
right.
the connections. So when people do it online, I'm like, I don't think that's the point
Yeah.
of a master's. Like you could just read a book and get the knowledge.
Right.
You have to make the connections
Yeah.
to further your career. My internet.
I would, if she's like applies to any like one act festivals or something, or like, I would just stalk people, and if she likes them, just make friends with them, and then get a group together.
Like the authors?
Not yet, no.
There's gotta be like a Facebook group for them or something.
Yeah. And then I told her, like, my roommate is a playwright, and he belongs to, like, some guild.
Yeah.
But it sounds real fancy, but I think a guild is different than a union.
There's the dramatist guild, and you just like pay a small membership fee,
Exactly.
and then like they can help you if you have like copyright issues or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They also have space
Yeah.
to have readings, and
Yeah.
I'm sure they have connections. So it's different from a union because it's not, like, out to get you,
Right.
or it's actually there to help you.
Right. Yeah. Actually, that's a good thought too. I haven't thought of the dramatist guild in a while.
Okay, we do have one author here.
Who is it? Kimberly?
Kimberly.
Great. First.
Hey,
I think we are ready to go.
Oh, lost her.
Lost her?
Nope,
Nope,
she's
she's
back.
there.
And she's waving.
Okay, great.
Oh, you can hear my coffee when I do that. Okay.
Oh, really? Maybe these are too hot.
Well, I feel like they're good for my voice from back here. I just need to be conscientious of when I.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
when I have the papers. Oh, yeah, I wanted to open these in case she wanted to show.
So, which mug do you guys want?
Oh,
So that is Angel for Daddy. This is Bear Mountain. Oh yeah, did you read that book? Because it's
part of the
No,
plot is
sorry, Angel for Daddy just made me giggle. And I was like, yeah, okay, great.
because the joke is there's horny old people.
Oh, 100. Okay, great.
So that's why it's 7.
retirement.
Because
Yes.
making new friends never gets old.
Oh.
This is actually from the Catskills, or you have a book called Bear Mountain Lodge?
No, Black Bear Mountain Lodges is the fake lodge in the book.
Oh, I was gonna say because you're literally from where Bear Mountain is, so you stole that.
Yeah.
You didn't invent Bear Mountain, Black Bear Mountain though.
No, it's Black
very-
Bear Mountain, not Bear Mountain.
Like so, no
So
copyright.
I'll drink coffee out of this for the show.
Okay, cool. And I think this is my Coke.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Okay.
sad.
So,
Great.
let me just, how do I look? Do I look okay?
Yes.
Did you want a pillow to be taller?
Oh,
No, you look
I
plenty
think I'm
tall.
okay, yeah.
We're sharing this.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can
get
hear.
needs to go on that. Oh, that
right.
might be annoying. Maybe it should go. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
You
okay.
don't have too much cord.
No,
Okay.
yeah, I'm okay.
We can do this.
And let me. Okay, I think we're ready.
Are these mics too hot and too far away?
I don't know, Guy, what do you think? Can you hear anything?
There's me.
What was the question you were asking? If the mics were too far away?
No, are they too hot and too far away? Because it's not just us. It's like every piece of paper.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola falling. Okay, I guess it's fine.
Well, I mean, if you're like tapping like that, whoever was just tapping.
I did this with my dog just to see what it was like.
Right. Yeah,
We're
definitely going to hear that,
Yeah.
but I mean, I can turn them down a little, but it's.
No, I think we should just start because this is like way more sophisticated
Yeah.
than what people are used to.
Yeah,
for
That's true.
Yeah. So
Well, I was just going to suggest if you had like coasters,
I do have coasters, but they're like stone.
Too late.
then this is the same thing.
Yeah.
Here, have a postcard.
Okay. And we're like
There you
20
go.
minutes late.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I think we should just
Well-
start.
And just the postcards, they do make a difference.
Okay, cool. Great. Let's start.
Okay, so we are fading in 5.
There's us.
Hi. Yeah, it's so weird to have to look over to the monitor, but that's okay.
I'm actually going to look right there because I can kind of see our faces. And when there's one person up there, I'll like.
Yeah.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
Hello. So, welcome to the meeting. We're starting a little bit late. Guy, do we have a live feed on the YouTube to see if anybody has questions?
Your laptop.
Okay, so let me go grab my laptop. And Dawn, you can introduce our first guest so we can get rolling. I see her with her gorgeous ears on, and she's waving.
Oh.
Hi.
All right.
Yeah.
Go get your laptop.
Okay, we'll get my laptop while we introduce Kimberly Lemming.
All right. Our first author is Kimberly Lemming. In this book bundle, she wrote "The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon."
Great title.
Such a great title. And of course, we have an alternate cover for this book in the box. Yes, it's the farthest one.
Oh, great.
And it's super hot. And
Yes.
so if you can see it, it's over there. And if we open the inside, it has. Do you think you can? do it?
I can
Yeah,
try it.
well,
You got it.
we got it.
Okay, I'm Vanna White. Everybody look at this.
Well, you got to take the cover off.
Hold on. Sorry. Oh, yes. Hold on. Okay. This is very sexy. I made you guys wait for it. Okay. Let's see.
So obviously, you can frame it and put it on your wall. And
I mean, the front cover. This is all. It's all just very glamorous.
Yes.
All of this, but this full out here is like, that's. I think I would like to make this my Tinder profile picture. Be
That's
like,
fair.
this is what I'm looking for. Thank you. Yeah.
Very specific.
Yeah.
And on the back of the these covers are quotes from the book, and this book has so many good quotes. So I think let's talk to Kimberly Lemming.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Oh,
Can you hear me
those
okay?
are nice ears.
Thank you.
Really good.
Very nice.
we don't have to
Michelle
keep-
or Lucy has joined us again.
Hi. Okay, and now I'm also moderating the chat, so if anybody hops on and has a question or anything.
Can I ask the first question, actually?
Yes.
For Kimberly, I just wanted to know, did you come up with the plot or the title first?
The plot first, and then I had like a bunch of different titles, some of which were just normal titles. But then in my working file, I just kept calling it That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. And so then I just like put it to a vote on this writing group I was in. I'm just like, do I go with the normal title or do I go with this one? And they're just like, that one, obviously that one.
I love it. I love all of your titles that I've seen that follow that convention, because I'm like, that has everything I need to know about the book already, and I'm already hooked. So great job.
Awesome.
It's like
Thank you.
snakes on a plane. It is what it is, only way better.
Exactly.
A nice thing about this book is it takes place in like a fantasy world, but you never see someone just hanging with their friends and getting drunk and then having, capers afterwards. So
And I know there's a process for picking the covers for these custom covers. Do you want to talk about that at all? For
For the book box.
Yeah, for the book box. Like, did you have any requirements for it about how the beautiful pose or anything?
Nope. I mostly just gave a brief description of what the characters were about, and then they sent me some sketches, and then I thought it was really cool looking, so I just gave the okay.
It is really cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kimberly actually requested a clinch cover.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So that was her requirement. Yeah, she wanted to evoke the kind of old-timey romance covers, and I think Hal Honey did a great job.
Yeah, I love
There
it.
was definitely bosoms heaving, which is like the requirement for an old school romance cover. So
I also like the idea with this kind of fantasy rom-com world, that there's an age gap, but it's 100 years.
like older man, younger woman,
like really old,
way older.
That's always been my favorite kind of trope, though, because I don't know, at least in my opinion, if he's like 30 or 900, how much can a person really change after a certain point? So it's just like, just go for it.
After a couple decades, you're pretty dug in. That's it.
Yeah.
If he's not putting the seat down after 60 years, it's not
He's not
happening.
going to do it after 300.
I'd like to hear about some of the world building and your inspiration for this. Like, were you watching something and you were like, "Oh, I'd like to do a rom-com in this kind of setting," or how did that come about?
No, I was mostly trying to read fantasy romance because it's usually my favorite genre, but everything I could find, it was just very angsty. I didn't really see a lot of characters of color, and so I just got annoyed. It's like, if I was in a fantasy world, if I was going on a quest, I'd have a romp with it.
Yeah.
So I basically thought about everything is set in medieval Europe usually. So what if it took place in the Louisiana Bayou? And so then I started thinking to myself, what if I just made this heart-shaped continent in the way of all of the different places that America has? We have deserts, we have these giant forests, we have bayous. So if you look at the heart, it's still in a similar geographical typing to where it is in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. So you just translated that into a fantasy world. That makes sense.
Mhm.
That's really cool. Well, I also wanted to know, I was reading through the Goodreads view to see what other people liked about it, and everyone keeps mentioning the lesbian centaur, and I was I I'd love to see what people hook onto. It's great.
You cannot.
Holly and Alexis the Sword, those are the two favorites.
Yeah. That's a really good time. Isn't there a little bookmark or something that goes with it too that we want to show them?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yes. Let me go grab those two because you cannot miss those.
Okay.
Hold on.
And do we have any audience questions?
No audience
okay.
questions
Audience
yet.
questions. That means we guys ask
But
all
I
our
want to hear.
questions.
Can you ask her about the rest of the series?
Oh yes, can you talk to us about the rest of the series?
Oh, okay. Well, book 2 is obviously Dante and Bree and Felix. I know what my characters' names are. And the next one's going to be Dante's book, and he's going to go on a quest to basically convince his mate to fall in love with him. And then after that, it's going to be Ambrose and Usha.
Oh, great. Okay. Do those have titles yet?
The next book is called That Time I Jugged a Dragon, and
Sorry, it's so good. That's why I asked.
the working title for Usha's book, it's not official yet, but I think I'm going to call it That Time Usha Lost Her Shit.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Great. That sounds like how Stella got her groove back, but like better. like the real version.
I can see that happening.
That's awesome.
Much more effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see these.
Oh my gosh. So, just like last season, we contacted Sex of Fashion and we had the authors describe their characters. And yeah, she came up with these amazing drawings. I don't know if we can see, or maybe we should get a little closer. But yeah, here, I'll hand you one. And so everyone gets the bookmark, and there's also like a super cute sticker.
Is that her basket of cinnamon?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
I think so, yeah. This is my ideal Ren Fair outfit. I need to, like, if I'm going to go to Ren Fair, this is like what I want to wear.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yep. So is this the first time? This isn't the first time you're seeing the drawing, right, Kimberly?
No, I've seen it once before.
Yeah. So they're super cute.
I thought
So-
it was adorable.
So what's next for Mead Mishaps? I know we talked about the other books that already exist, but what are you working on?
Do you mean beside from Mead Mishaps, or?
Are there going to be more books in the Mead Mishaps?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Like after Usha and Ambrose, I haven't decided who's the next couple yet, but I definitely have working notes on who's going to end up together, so I'm excited to get that going.
Awesome sauce. So, yeah, so talk to us about TikTok, because you are very active and hilarious on TikTok. So what inspires some of your videos and the things you do?
Sometimes I'll just see a viral song or whatever and think, oh my gosh, that totally fits the scene I'm writing right now. Or when I first got on TikTok, I'm just like, well, I see other authors doing this. I'm just going to document my journey and see if anybody's interested. And thankfully, a lot of people were interested. So after that, I would just like post snippets of what was going on, or I'd just like do a little dance and be like, look what's about to happen over here. And it was just like a fun little way to like talk to other people in the community and just get information about my book out there.
Awesome.
It kind of
Plus, it
sounds
gives me
like
an
your books are
excuse to
kind of
wear
made for
weird
TikTok too, because they're like funny and they have like a lot of inside jokes and like the kind of stuff that TikTok would glom onto and be like, oh, it's just like that. You know?
I've
Yeah, and
definitely
she
found my
definitely
people.
has a sword that factors into many of her videos.
I
Is
do
there only
have a
one sword in your collection, or are you like on the beginning of your collection?
No, I have 5 swords and about 6 throwing axes. I think that's
Awesome.
it.
So next time we're gonna need a demonstration, but I don't want to put you on the spot. But it's like-
I might have a throwing axe in here. Did I put it away? I think I did. Oh, I'm sorry. I usually have an axe in here.
How dare you not have your throwing axe
yeah, it's Sunday. That's the throwing axe day.
readily available?
I failed you.
Yes.
I know. That's awesome. What was your favorite part about writing this book?
Probably the fact that I didn't take myself seriously for any portion of the book. Like, when I started on book 1, I basically just quit my job and just like, I'm just going to do this as like, to have fun, see if it works. Maybe a few people will read it. And so I just put whatever I wanted in there and just like went for it. And yeah, so the whole thing was just a romp for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That you can feel that, but I also love hearing writers talk about they're like, I just was gonna throw it against a wall, do what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
At one point, I was just sitting there with like my second or third glass of wine, just like, I think he should burn down the city. I feel like that's the logical next step.
Totally.
So burn it all
if
down.
you were forced to write into any other fantasy world, which one would you write into? Like if like Game of Thrones was like you have to write a scene, like do you know what you would do?
Oh God, not Game of Thrones.
Or Star Trek or like
Anything.
Oh, well, in that case, I would totally just write more into the Ruby Dixon Ice Planet Barbarian version. 'Cause I can never get enough of it. Oh my goodness. I would make it so ridiculous. Like, actually, yes, I am going to this world, and I am going to get a Kui, but I won't get pregnant somehow, because I don't want to
Okay.
deal with that. Also, there is going to be dogs, because I've decided. So, just...
Gotta have dogs.
Yeah.
And all books are better with dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows the characters have a level of empathy before you even get to know them.
And they're able to, like, take care of a living creature. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
So if you
Give me all
write
of the alien
a space opera or anything, we'll just call it like Ruby Dixon, but with dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Clearly, yeah. That's the way to go.
Okay. Okay. Great. I would buy it.
Awesome sauce. Well, I know that you, because I had to reschedule this thing so many times, you are graciously carving out time in your morning before you have to go to a very important football game. So we don't have any more questions for you, and we're going to let you go with major thanks. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay. Awesome.
Kimberly.
Bye,
Bye.
Kimberly.
Thank you.
She's lovely.
She is lovely.
She's so smart.
Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome.
I did want to ask if the villain was based on someone she knows, but I'm sure she wouldn't want to answer that.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You can email her privately.
We are. We're going to get the tea privately.
Privately.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was Kimberly. So next up, we have Tasha. Yes. And do we have Tasha's book queued up? Tasha's book is the chunky of the box. So it seems like every box has to have like one gigantic book. And last season, it was Katie Roberts. And this season, it is this one. So this is actually, I think it's like 2.5 books in one. So it's 2 novellas and I think a bonus epilogue. Do you want to Vanna White the book?
Yeah. So there's some lovely stuff happening here. Oh, this is so hot. Okay.
I just love how the cover is printed also, like the hardcover.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so the book, like, this is also a great way to blow it up. This.
Yeah. I just didn't want any part of the books to be boring or plain or ordinary. So a lot of the places when I was going to get them printed, it would be, you know, you either get a dust jacket or you get it printed on the book. And with the dust jackets, you'd only get one side. So yeah, it was a lot to get it done this way, but I think in the end it's really worth it. Yeah. So
Plus, how often do you lose the dust jacket? Or in this case, you
Yeah.
frame it and put it on your wall.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So let's intro Tasha.
Oh, next, we're going to talk to Tasha Heron.
Tasha L.
Tasha
Don't forget the L.
Harrison. Sorry. Somewhere out there is a Tasha Harrison we don't talk about. So Tasha L. Harrison, who brought us Say Yes Duets, your favorite big chunky book in the box. And Tasha, are you out there?
Oh,
Yay! Hi.
How you doing? How you doing? Happy
She has
Sunday.
the best collection of eyeglass frames.
Oh,
Yes.
Absolutely.
these are my everydays though.
Her
And that
everyday fancy leopard print glamour
That's what I
glasses.
And the Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Tea. Nice.
Oh yeah,
It's gorgeous. The
favorite
girls.
show. Favorite show.
So I guess we're going to talk about the Say Yes duet.
Mm-hmm.
What made you choose this book for the box?
Mostly because it's my most popular book. Readers love this book. It's like I call it my little book that could. Everyone that knows me, like in the last 2 years, knows me from these two books. I was bullied into writing the second one. I wasn't going to write a duet. Like seriously, it went on for a solid year. Everyone was bullying me to write a second book, and then I finally wrote it, and I was like, "Are you satisfied?" And they're not.
And they're like,
But-
no. So then she had to write more.
Yeah, so that's why I chose it.
I mean, it has a lot of things to hook onto. I was like a MILF age gap, like I was like,
Yeah. Yep.
The older I get, the more I like to read that.
yeah.
Hey,
I was like,
same.
I didn't really want to admit what the blurb did to me, but I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah. And I also love that it is her son's best friend. And it's at his wedding. It's just, yeah. Yeah, even if you love those tropes or you don't love the tropes, I'm just nosy enough to want to know how that's going to play out.
Right.
Because that just seems bananas.
And it was.
I also love it when you're like, is the author just going to do that? Oh, we're just going to do that. Okay, great, we're going there. Great.
Yep.
There's some moments in that book where, like, whenever I went back through to revise it, I was just like, oh my God. What? Who said that? Who wrote that? But I hadn't read a romance with a heroine that was older and definitely not in her 50s. So I was interested in doing something like that. Same as I get older, the less I want to read about 20-year-olds. I cannot relate. I'm no longer there. So I just think I'm leaning more into that. You know, older ladies need love too.
Yeah.
Probably more, to be honest.
The other nice thing about that is because in the romance world, the trope that you see all the time is this virgin girl meets this powerful man, and it's exhausting and it feels super uncomfortable. And so, a little experience.
Little side note about Dawn. In her book club, they read Everything's Better with Kimberly.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like the one thing. She loved the book, but she was like, why is she a virgin? She loved everything else. She was like, why? And the book clearly explains it, but she was like, mm-mm.
You could just be busy and not in a relationship. You don't have to be busy and you never got around to it, you know.
Some people don't get around to it.
I know quite a few people who are virgins into their middle age, so it's not uncommon.
All right. Read that in your next
An
book.
HEA for everyone.
Yes.
I like books that have travel settings. Do you want to talk a little bit about the second half in Costa Rica and waterfalls?
Well, for like 2 seconds during the pandemic, I considered like escaping the country and moving to Costa Rica. Lucy can attest to this. The group chat was pretty much obsessed with leaving. We probably
Oh,
still
yeah, we
are.
all were.
Yeah.
We're
Ready.
like, get us out.
Still not ruling it out.
No, still not it's not off the table entirely. But Costa Rica always seemed like this is a place that seems like it's fairly cheap to live. I know the language. Like it would be a good transition. And it's just a beautiful country. Like, you know, I'm still planning to go. Might not live there though.
But you have a great time setting a book there.
Yes. Like literally all the places I wanted to go, I visited in the book.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love thinking like there's 13 waterfalls and we're gonna make out under like all of them.
Mm.
Life goals.
Yeah.
My goals.
So I now see a bunch of authors suddenly writing in a setting in Costa Rica. It's because you guys started a commune. I get it.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Definitely. Our characters will show up in each other's books.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is there a bookmark for this book?
Absolutely. Here you go.
Oh,
Do I have one for you?
Lovely.
oh, that's cute.
I was
I love our
really
robes.
obsessed.
So
Everyone
adorable.
knows how much I love robes. I actually posted
Oh gosh.
my robe on
Gosh.
Instagram.
She called it a murder robe.
Because that's
Yes.
when the wealthy widow...
Sorry, I'm done.
Yep. Oops, sorry. The wealthy widow comes to the door after her husband's had an accident. She's wearing one of these silky robes.
Well, the minute you say murder robe, I'm like, I know exactly what she meant.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like you murdered somebody and then you wore that nice robe. Yeah, I get
Yes.
it.
You had
Yep.
to take your clothes off, your bloody clothes off. You put your murder robe on.
Right,
Oh.
exactly.
So you're wearing the murder robe because you committed the crime in your clothes.
Right.
Right.
You
You
take
have
them
to
off
take
to
them.
burn them. I get
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
now. So it's a practical item.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But it was funny. None of the authors this season wanted naked
Naked.
bookmarks.
Oh.
Yeah. 2 of the authors last season were like, no clothes.
Yeah.
Naked.
Well, I just felt like Darcy's robe was such like it was like a character in the book. So you know, I could not have her without the robes.
Yep.
I also feel like that's a benefit of getting older is you just start collecting better robes. At least for me. I don't know if anybody else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, more caftans, more like robes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do it wrong. Mine's a
Yeah,
Hufflepuff.
there's still time,
robe.
Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes you feel slightly fancier, you know, like if you have a nice robe, even if you know you're not going out and this is my house clothes. But if you want to feel a little bit fancier, you put on a nice robe. Maybe you put some lipstick on.
Okay, so you should keep the robe nearby, lipstick in the pocket,
Yes.
in case there's a fire,
Yes.
so that you can like hit the street and be ready for a fireman to save you.
Yes.
I will tell you a hilarious story from my childhood. Our house caught fire. That's not the funny
Tell
part.
them how it caught fire. It didn't just catch fire.
It didn't. I accidentally started the fire. But that's not what makes the story funny. The part that makes the story funny, it happened in the winter, and my mom ran outside with no shoes, but managed to grab her fur coat. So when the firemen came, my mom was in this luxurious, like, full-length fur coat.
I have so much respect for your mother.
Also, did the
Priorities.
fireman say she did it based on the outfit?
Nope.
That's a good title. The Arsonist Wore Fur.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Good.
You start writing your cozy
Murder.
mysteries.
Yeah. Murder Rope series.
The murder robe series.
Yep.
You know
You
what?
can have
That's
that
actually
You can have that one.
Free idea?
Yeah.
I didn't see the original cover for this book. Was it very different?
It was, it was just Darcy. It was this beautiful picture of Darcy. Let me see if you can. You're gonna pull it up.
For
Well,
it.
there's 2 covers. They're the simplest covers I've ever made for myself. And I was just talking about.
And she designed
yesterday-
these covers. Let's talk about that. They're
Yeah.
they're gorgeous. Wait till you see them.
It's literally like just a picture, cut out the person, and that's it. But these are like. I've spent more time on other covers that don't get near as much attention for the book.
So, did it hurt your heart that Lucy made you make a new cover for the book?
No. Amazingly, I'm not as attached to these books as everyone else is. Like,
We're attached
I'm
to
not.
these books.
I'm not attached to the books or the characters as much as everyone else is. So, you know, like, I'm always ready to, like, you know, do something with them. Go ahead, please.
So,
Yeah,
so the covers are just hot people?
just hot
Just
people.
how people-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
That's
go
not bad.
go look at the covers.
Yeah. Half naked hot people.
Mhm.
Can't go wrong.
But this clinch is pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's like
I
Yes.
mean,
super cute.
in the laundry room.
Mhm.
So, what made you choose to do an illustrated cover, and what specifically made you choose this pose?
Well, that scene is my favorite scene. And I thought illustrated would be just a different vibe than I have going on with any of my other covers. I always use photography because it's so hard to find couples, and especially not couples that actually fit the description. I always find myself like cropping or, zooming in on parts, or just having a woman on the cover, because it's just really hard to find interracial couples that aren't like Colgate commercial,
Yeah.
So that was, I was just like, oh, I want to see what it looks like, and maybe maybe I'll start doing illustrated covers.
This was all
It
a
was fun.
ploy to
Yeah.
get you to start.
Everyone knows I love a good illustrated cover. I'm obsessed
And one thing
with
to
them.
know about, Lucy is a undue influence. Like, we have to. Every time she says something, it sounds like a good idea, and we're like, "Oh, that's awesome! I'm going to do it too." And then we're like, "Wait, this is a lot of work. Never mind."
Yeah. I think one of my problems is sometimes I make things look easier than they are because I'm having so much fun doing it. Yeah.
And we see her doing it. It was like, "Oh, that looks so cool!" And you're like, "It's super easy. You just have to XYZ LMNOP."
Twice.
And then after you do that, you ABCDEFG.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what is next for Tasha L. Harrison? I mean, are we going to get more Tomas and Darcy, or?
Say it. I don't want to.
Respect that.
Nobody asked you what you wanted. I asked you what
You're
you're going to give us.
No plans for Darcy Tomas. They have, I might write some check-ins, but I'm not writing another book about these people. Let's move on. I do have other plans for more older women, younger man books. I had a lot of fun writing Darcy, and plan to do a lot more of that. And the anthology that me and Katrina did, the heroine in that novella is also an older woman. And the man is about the same age, 35, 36. So I'm just going to keep doing it until I get tired, which will be never.
Great.
Good answer.
There is on TikTok, I've noticed there's a round of like women dating younger men and giving like advice, and it's like very cute in the comments, everyone being like, wait, we can do that, and they're like, yeah, this is how it goes. And I'm like, this is lovely crowdsourcing.
Yes, yes. The research was adorable, especially the guys that are into older women. Like, they are, look, it's just a thirst trap. They are thirsty, and we get thirsty watching them. So it's good on all sides.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's winning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've read that women with younger men have a shorter lifespan than men with younger women, because men aren't as good as like caretaking if you have like surgery or you need your pills.
Oh no.
Yep.
Well, that's even when you marry someone and you stay with them forever.
True.
Men just aren't good caretakers, period, regardless of age. So
Yeah.
we live longer when we're alone.
Yeah.
She's like,
That is
that's the
so
goal.
true. It's like they did a study that grandparents are happier than parents, and single women over 50 are like the happiest people. It's like,
And
Because the older you get, the more people you have to take care of. Like, you keep thinking that there's going to be a time where you don't have to take care of people. That doesn't exist. If you have children, grandkids come. If your parents are still alive, then you're taking care of them. That's why these books are so necessary. It's pure fantasy, you guys. It doesn't happen in real life that often. So,
that's fair.
mhm.
Although you got your Golden Girls t-shirt on, so
Oh,
I'm
no, I
living
love
in a
them.
Golden Girls house. We'll take care of each other.
that's
That
the
is my
thing.
actual
Like,
retirement plan.
Yeah.
yeah, Blanche didn't have like a serious relationship, but she had a lot of fun. And
did.
she lived in a house with other like-minded women, and they were happy.
And all of them dated as well. Blanche just, she dated more than everybody
Yes.
else. But everyone was dating, even Sophia, and she was the oldest. So.
Yep.
All right. I can't wait for that book. The
Mm-hmm.
sexy Golden Girls.
I mean,
romance.
the thing that surprised me is that those women were only supposed to be in their 40s and 50s, and I was like, what?
What?
Yeah, yeah, they make them look a lot older, but when you find out how old they are, they're not.
Oh, the actor.
Yeah,
the actors. Yeah, the
Not
actors
just
are not
the
very
actors,
old.
no.
The characters,
The
right,
characters.
are not very old. Yeah.
No, the characters aren't either. Blanche was supposed to be
That's
like in her
wild.
early-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they aged up Sophia a
Sophia.
lot because the
And she was the
actor
youngest.
was a brunette, and they put that wig on her. And when
she
you
was the youngest of the four.
Yes. Yep.
Well, that's
Wild.
depressing. So the Golden Girls are my age?
We're Golden
Yeah.
Girls.
Here we go.
I like
Golden
gold.
Girls.
So what I'm hearing is actually the Costa Rica Golden Girls commune should just be like the thing.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
I would read it. I would read books by people in the Costa Rica Golden Girls.
I
You
would
could
like
also-
I would like to have a room and I'll come visit.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
We could also do
She's
a
like, I
Brenda
don't wanna
Jackson, and once a year, just have like a retreat where everyone can come.
Hold on, wait. This might be an actual thing.
That see, I'm the idea person. I will just say things.
You just got to do this, and this.
No, it's not. It'll be easy. It'll be easy.
No, it won't.
It'll be easy. No, it'll be fun. But yeah.
It would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Our Costa Rican retreat. So we don't have any questions.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of something else. So yeah, we talked about, so what was your process like participating in the box this time?
Painless. I did nothing.
Great answer.
All I did was, do you like this? Yes. Do you like this? No. Can we tweak this? Yes. That literally, it's like, it was seamless.
So what you're saying is it's very turnkey and every author should participate if asked.
Oh,
by Lucy.
absolutely. Yes. Like, if you're wondering, like, what it's like to participate in a box, I've heard some horror stories about other boxes. None of that happened here. I don't know anything about that. And I mean, maybe it was different for other people because me and Lucy are friends, but for me, it was like, okay.
Good
It's easy.
job.
Thank you. Yeah, I think at this point, Tasha just trusted me not to do anything crazy with her book.
At most,
Yeah.
I was more worried about her staying up and packing boxes. It was like, what
Well,
time is it?
We're going
3
to
a.m.?
text about this weekend because Mama's tired.
I know you are. I know you are.
Awesome. So do you have anything else you want to add? Do you want to talk about Word Makers a little bit before we let you go to
I
the
guess
rest of
we
your
could.
Sunday?
Okay, great. If there are any writers out there that are watching this, I run a writers group called Word Makers. It's based on community mostly. We come together 5 days a week to write via like a Zoom room and share our projects and like our pain points for publishing or writing or whatever. And now we have a free tier where you can come in and just experience the community. You won't have access to write-ins on those, but on the paid level, you get 5 days a week of write-ins. Plus, anytime a member runs a write-in, you can jump into those. We have a bunch of workshops planned. I'm currently working on a content creation for a fiction authors course that's going to be launching in the first quarter of the year. So yeah, lots of new stuff going on in Word Makers.
So what I'm hearing is step 1 to the Costa Rica Golden Girls Club is join Word Makers so you can like check everybody out.
Yeah, because I'm in Word Makers. I'm not a super active member, but I've still have gotten a lot out of the group. So you can really manage your participation, because a lot of things, they sound really great, but when you get into them, they turn out to be really overwhelming.
Yeah.
So Word Makers is not like that. You can really manage your level of participation and change it when it suits you. If you want to be more active, great. If you don't, great. But there's always classes and courses. And
Yeah.
I also like that it's like it's almost like Facebook without your crazy uncle posting conspiracy theories. It's just
And that's why
all
we're
about
not on
writing and publishing and being a writer. So it's cool.
Yeah. We were on Facebook for a while, for probably like 10 minutes of time. And
Which
like,
is 10 minutes
I-
too long. It's like 9
I
minutes
hated
and
it.
42 seconds
And
too
everybody, I
long.
was like, we need to move. And, you know, Mighty Network seemed like the best bet. Like you said, it's set up like Facebook. It's really easy to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I can run events there. And like you said, people participate at whatever level they choose. Because I'm a very laid back person. I don't like a lot of structure.
Yeah.
So I don't put pressure on people. I just, like, if you want to come in and lurk,
Yep.
fine.
And I taught a
You know?
swag box class.
Yes, you did teach a swag box class, and everybody loved it. Several people
Yay.
did swag boxes after
Yep.
that, which was great. Yeah, we're gonna get you to do the Plot Girl Summer too when summer comes,
Yes. Plot Girl Summer.
because it has to be on point. Like the title of the course, the workshop is too cute to do it outside of summertime.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every time I tell someone about my batshit crazy plotting strategy, they're like, I would take a class like that. I expect people to say, that's crazy, and then like walk away slowly. But they're like, tell me more about that.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy to watch her do it. Like, it's one thing to know that she can do it, but like
Yeah.
she's like, okay, well we're gonna plot something today, and let's get on Zoom, and then she takes out her big post-it thing and writes things on it.
They're all over there.
And I was like, that's it. That's how you do it. Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really good process. So you know,
Yay.
I can't wait to share it with the members.
Yay.
So this is wordmakercommunity.mn.co. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So everyone get on there. Okay. Any parting words before we let you go?
I don't know, but football's starting, so
Yep. Yeah. That's why
1 o'clock.
we had to start an hour early, and Kimberly had to be first because she's actually going to the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just watching TV, but you know,
Mhm.
kickoff
Enjoy.
is happening.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Yay.
Fun.
Okay, so at this point in the book club, we were going to be joined by Karina Halle, but she is recovering from a cold. And she's going to tape an interview with me next week. And I will pop it on my YouTube channel so everyone can see it. But in the meantime, the three of us are going to take a little break, and you're going to watch a pre-taped interview with Mina Esquera, who wrote this book, Your Place Next Year. And do you want to just read her bio before we...
Sure. So Mina writes contemporary romance, young adult, and new adult novellas, which I love novellas because you just eat them up and then move on. Through her blog, Publishing in Pajamas, she documents her experiments in publishing. So here's Mina.
Okay, so we are joined by Mina Esquera from the Philippines. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Good, my
So Mina, just give us like introduction of yourself. Tell us who you are, what you write, why you started writing, just whatever you want to tell us, where we can find you.
Okay, so hello everyone, and thanks for recording this because time zones. My name is Mina Esguerra. I write as Mina V. Esguerra. I'm a romance author and publisher in the Philippines. I write contemporary romance. So I have been writing since 2009. I've written over 20 books. So a lot of them are novellas, a lot of them are contemporary, featuring Filipino characters. So if you've read my books recently, that's pretty much what I've focused on. Like romance with Filipino characters, and it's usually set in the Philippines. And right now, though, I'm kind of exploring this nice space of the characters being in their 40s. And that's what Your Place Next Year, which is in the which is in the fall box. That's what it's about. So that's part of like this thing that I'm exploring, where the characters are Filipino, they're 40, they're hot. Yep.
Awesome. Sounds great. So yeah, so let's talk about Your Place Next Year. So tell us about the book.
So this particular book, Your Place Next Year, this was my like pandemic exploration of what romance could look like book. I wrote this as it's very short, so it's a novelette. It's under 20,000 words, but it just felt like it is what it needed to be. So it's about Aaliyah and Leandro. Aaliyah and Leandro, prior to the lockdown, actually saw each other every year in La Union, which is a beach. It's like a beach town in the northern Philippines. They meet every year because Aaliyah, who is like a high-ranking, almost director of her consulting firm, management consulting firm in Manila, she only has a week off every year. So she found out that she has the most fun when she goes to the north, to this town in La Union, hangs out at the beach, and then started a fling with this guy on the beach. And that's Leandro, without knowing, of course, that when lockdown happens, and lockdown included like closing off Metro Manila from other parts of the Philippines. So in 2020, she wasn't able to go. And then like for 3 years after, she wasn't able to go. And and uh and then when the lockdown eased, he goes to Manila and looks for her. So that's where the story starts.
Very cool. So I'm not biased at all, but what did you think about the special edition cover and formatting for the swag box?
I was so surprised, like in such a great way for it, because I didn't. So this book actually doesn't have a print edition. I did not make one yet. I just
Well, now you have one.
Yeah, now I have one. So I sent you the files of and I was like answering your questions and like choosing stuff. And it was and when you sent me the video and I saw what it looked like, it was so cute, and it was just like it was the kind of thing I always imagined it as the kind of thing someone would bring to the beach, and it does look like it.
It's actually, I don't know if you recognized it, but it's actually the town, the beach town that they went to every year.
I really appreciated that, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I found this great photo of it online, and then I just kind of made it look a little like more artistic and more dreamy and a little more romantic. So yeah, I'm so glad you liked it.
And I think that's what it adds to that cover adds to the entire experience, because that's the thing, like I didn't add any photos or anything to the book, and we're just talking about some beach that where they met, and it's such a huge part of their story. But the readers don't really get to see it, but with this edition they can.
Yeah, it was really fun. And for the and you know, every book has the digital signature. So thank you for sending that. And I don't know if you've noticed in the video, but for the scene breaks, I made 2 little phones with a little heart over it because they did
Yeah.
can you see it?
Oh, that's so cute. Okay,
Yeah. So the people who
I would love to get my hands on the copies.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the copy soon. It was so crazy. The boxes were actually supposed to ship a couple of weeks ago, but because it's the holiday season and everybody is ordering everything, the printed books were crazy delayed. So I'm just like, I'm actually still getting books and shipping out. I've shipped out over half of the boxes, so I'm excited. But unfortunately, a few people won't get them in time for, you know, by the time they watch this. So soon, they'll be coming soon. And I added like, you know, something extra to make up for it, which I hope everyone appreciates. But yes, yeah, you're going to be getting your print copies soon. But yes, I mean, I love it. I just love this cute little book. And it was
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it was such a great story. So once everybody reads Your Place Next Year, what should they pick up of yours next? What should we read next?
So I think if somebody likes the aspect of them being 40, they should pick up another book of mine called Totally Engaged. So that's another contemporary romance with characters who are 39 and 41. So it's just it just feels good. I don't know, because I'm of that age group, and it feels like writing these characters. It feels like suddenly I can write how I've always like how I speak and how all my friends speak, because because it feels like throughout my writing, especially when I was writing characters in their 20s and I was 20, and characters in their 30s and I was 30, it felt like I had to keep them at a certain age, because romance just feels like everybody is like in their 20s or 30s at the oldest. So it started to feel like I was like checking with younger people if people still talk like this. But now it's like, great, you know what, this is how we talk, this is what we think about, and it's fun. But if it's actually the beach aspect, or just the traveling around, or just the fun aspect of like traveling around the country and you know, doing a romance thing there, I would also recommend Better at Weddings Than You, which is another book which is about wedding planners who go to another island in the Philippines called Palawan, because they're checking out a honeymoon location. And they have a little fake honeymoon to test the resort out. Yep.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I wonder what's gonna happen. Are they gonna fall in love? Yeah, so I am still deciding whether or not I should do this whole crazy box thing again next year. I'm still on the fence about it. But if I did, what authors would you like to see in the box next year?
I absolutely would love. I love being invited to this one. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I would recommend Filipino authors to be part of this too. Like something like I actually am interested in like what a winter box would look like with Filipino authors. It's like it's strange because we don't have that. It's like it feels like every book we have is like a summer book or a beach book. But I would love, for example, to have an author like Carla de Guzman or Six de los Reyes or J.E. Tria in a book box. Wait, I'll round it. I'll make it 4. So every season could possibly have one.
Okay.
And and somebody like Tara Frejas.
Okay, say the third one again. Carla Guzman, Six de los Reyes,
J.E. Tria,
J. E.
J.E. Tria, and Tara Frejas.
And how do you spell the first name? Tara?
Tara, Tara.
Oh, Tara
Yeah.
Reyes.
Yes.
With a J or a Y?
Yes, with a J.
Reyes. Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, and the thing about the boxes, the season only corresponds with when the boxes are being sent out, because the boxes are pretty chaotic. None of them really have a theme. It's kind of meant to reflect my personality and my reading style. So my only criteria for the box, as far as what goes in it, is stuff that I like. And as far as books, just like good romance books. So like the first book had contemporary, a historical, a bodyguard romance. It had a romance between two college professors. It had a throuple where it was like a college student / bartender with a prince and his bodyguard. Like a romance that was like romantic suspense that was set on a beach in Hawaii, and a wedding book. It was the maid of honor and the best man who end up getting together. So those were the 6 books. So it's just not, there's like no theme. If your romance book is good, like you can make it. Like there's no, I don't like no ethnicity, no genre, no limits, just good writing and good romance. That's all. That's
awesome. Yeah.
Yep. So it could be, there. I think this box has a mafia romance. Let's see, mafia romance, older man, younger woman. I'm cheating. I'm looking at the thing on the wall. It has a rom-com, second chance romance. Oh my gosh, it has a paranormal romance with a human woman and a demon, a single mom, and your book.
All the moods.
Yeah. So
all the moods you could possibly be in. Yeah.
They just have to be good. That's all I care about. So yeah, I will definitely, I'm like making a wish list, and I'm asking people what they think. So I mean, who better to ask than the authors involved? So in closing, thank you so much for your time. Where can we find you? Where can we find you, your books?
So I'm usually on social media. My handle, like on Twitter, Instagram, is Mina Vias Guerra. Social media is kind of crazy right now, so I am most reliably found at minaviasguerra.com. So I have a blog over there on my author website that I update fairly often right now. So if there's anything that anyone needs in terms of like news from me or updates or anything about new books. So I'm also the founder of a community of romance authors from the Philippines called Romance Class, and I post on my blog also about what we're doing, the new books, and what's happening.
Nice, very nice. And very last question: what are you working on currently? What's next for you?
What I'm working on currently is another contemporary romance with 41-year-old characters. So this one is something that sort of like surprised me. I was writing something else, and then this idea for a possible book 2 in this new series came at me and said it almost demanded that to be written first. And so I'm writing it first.
Awesome.
And I've actually started serializing it on Wattpad. So there are like 12 chapters up for people to read already, which is like kind of new for me. I usually don't share my drafts this early on, but it's about 2 people who knew each other when they were in college and then didn't see each other again. And so she's 41 and she has not had sex, and she says she goes into lockdown with this guy who was an old friend of hers, and then they almost did it, but she panicked and bailed. And 2 years later, says to him, you know what, I've changed my mind. And and that's where it starts. So yeah, so it's just I'm having fun writing about all these tropes, but with 40-year-old Filipinos. And it's fun. So that's what I'm doing now.
That sounds amazing. So thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much for participating in the box. Yeah, and contributing this beautiful story. And yeah, that's it. Just thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. And
Thank you.
yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Oh, I forgot the giveaway. Hello. So
Oh.
Mina is giving away 3 ebooks because she's in the Philippines, so shipping is a little tricky. So she's giving one lucky reader the choice of 3 of her ebooks. So you will win 3 of the ebooks, and whoever the winner is will get, she'll send you a list and you pick the 3 that you want. Did you write Kiss and Fly? Is that you?
Kiss and Cry, yeah.
Kiss and Cry. Yeah. So you should definitely get that one. And then pick 2 other ones. I'm just saying. Love a good ice skating romance. So yeah.
I'll provide a list. Yeah, I'll provide. So I've written more than 20 books. So I'll provide a list with tropes, descriptions, and everything. If the winner of this needs help deciding.
Awesome sauce. Okay, that is actually it. So we are going to let Mina go and get back to her day. And yeah, talk to you soon. Thanks again.
Thank you, Lucy.
Bye.
And we're back. And
Hi.
that's just like Good Morning America.
Yep.
Good Morning Book Club.
So that was Mina.
That was Mina.
I hope everybody enjoyed
Yeah,
the
so Mina
interview.
was joining us from the Philippines where there's a huge time difference. So she was nervous about being on time for the book club. So we just pre-taped an interview and yeah, it worked out.
So now we're going to talk to Jenica Snow.
Yeah, so let's show that book.
So this is the book jacket and the full illustration here. These
So beautiful.
dolls. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the bullets and the roses, gorgeous. And then of course you get it printed on, because Lucy Eden does no boring books.
No boring books.
So
Nice.
you have it here, right? It's
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah. And all the books have like special formatting on the inside, so there's always good stuff.
yeah.
Oh, do you want to show the chapter headings?
Oh yeah, let me find one. Okay. Oh yes, gorge. Okay.
See, it's not just a book, it's a work of art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like immersive experience.
Yes, that's what I was going for.
Yes.
All right.
That's really gorgeous.
So let's introduce Jenica.
We're now going to talk to Jenica Snow, and she did Reckless Air for this book bundle. And she is a best-selling author known for writing hot, over-the-top, possessive alpha hero romance. And if you read Reckless Air, you really get that alpha hero romance.
Yes.
So, Jenica, welcome.
Hi.
There she is.
Hi.
How are you guys?
We
Good.
are good.
Thanks for joining
Yes,
us.
thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Cover.
It's
Yeah.
gorgeous. I was telling Lucy, I love it. The Russian doll and the bullets and all that, it's gorgeous.
Yep. And you actually have a Matryoshka doll tattoo.
I do. I don't know if I could show you, but
Oh, wow. Yeah.
yeah. So it's I love it. I love it. It's cool.
Now you have to get a second tattoo and put this one on it.
Where are the
I know,
bullets?
Yeah, where's the bullets?
No, I need to get some bullets on the bottom of the doll.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was telling them during the break that this cover was actually the most challenging for me to design. And whenever that happens, it always turns out that the one that's the most challenging ends up being kind of your favorite. Like, no shade to the other covers. They're all great.
I know what you mean, yeah.
But
Yeah,
this one...
I feel like it's kind of the same when you're writing a book too, I feel.
Yeah. Oh,
if
absolutely.
It's like most difficult. You end up like just loving it the most because it's like it was you had to really work through it.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's so much symbolism because when you do a discrete cover, it's a little more difficult to convey the story than if you have just like, the characters illustrated for you because it's right there. It's like these two people are going to fall in love and like do stuff. But,
the mood.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
it
calls
turned
her
out
little doll in the
beautifully.
book, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it turned out beautifully. Yeah, I love it.
Yay. Awesome.
Well, I have a question about mafia romance because I was reading this and I was telling Dawn at some point I was approached to ghostwrite a motorcycle club book and I wrote a sample and I didn't get hired and I was like weird and I read your book and I was like, oh, I'm too much of a wuss. That's why I didn't get hired. Because I like couldn't do any of the danger or the murder.
Yeah.
You got it. You have to be so well, you don't have to be, but if I'm going to write about it, then I'll just write about it. I'll like in great detail. So.
Oh no, I love it. I mean, like the blurb when it's like, and there's blood on my wedding dress. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was nervous about that part because I like when he like gets on her face and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if people are going to think that's just too gross, but it's very
it's very evocative. It reminds me kind of like some reasons why people like vampire books too, is just like if you have something that like immediate and like visceral, it gets like intense.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a really good way to put it. And I think, Jenica, you write these like sort of violent alpha male characters, and I was talking to Laura. I was like, I don't know, these books, it's like, oh, the sexy like mafia guy or motorcycle guy. I was like, he's just a drug dealer who kills people.
Yeah.
I was like, how is that sexy?
Well,
but you're right, in like a supernatural thing, you're like, oh, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in real life that's a hard no.
Yes.
You would never be with a guy like that, but I don't know, I think it's like, for me at least, it's kind of like this fantasy that this man he just wants you so much, he will do anything to like ensure that. And I think a lot of readers probably are on the same page that just, you want a man who would just burn the ground down, the world down for you. So obviously not in real life.
So what you're saying is in real life, you can't find a man who loves you enough to choose a restaurant, but in books, he will burn the world to the ground.
Yeah, that is because I read a lot of these types of books and I have no triggers, no reservations. There's a book that I'm reading now I would not admit to it publicly or recommend it to anybody, but I have not been able to put it down. I'm actually kind of mad that I'm like sitting here instead of like finishing it, but it's that kind of crazy, violent person who hates everybody and everything in the world except you.
That is
I've read some books like that. I would never willingly admit that I read them because the content's questionable. But I don't know. There's just something about it that
it is.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's very flattering. Like, the guy in this book is busy. Like, he's got multiple empires and people to kill and take over, and he's like, but my mind is only filled with a sense of you. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
I know.
Exactly.
It's so
So good.
unrealistic.
When in
but
real
I
life,
mean-
you can't get your husband to turn off the football game
Yeah,
to look at you. But this guy's like
Right.
pulling out somebody's teeth with pliers, and then you text him and he's
Right.
like, everybody hold on. She wants ice
Right,
cream. I
right.
gotta go get it. I'll be back. You stay tied to that chair.
Exactly.
Was there a part of writing this where you were like, am I going to put that in there? Or were you like, I'm in it to win it, full steam ahead?
Actually, the only part that I ever questioned if I should keep it in there is like when he does kill that guy and the blood goes all over her dress and face, and then he like smears it on her mouth and stuff, and then like kisses her. I was like, is this too far? Like, I like in real life that's really nasty to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, but
And
in the
unsafe.
book, at the time I was yeah, at the time I was like, oh, this is really hot. I mean, it's so gross in real life, but I was like, I'm just gonna put it in there, and hopefully I don't get like crucified in reviews about how nasty it is. But
I think that's why it reminded me of vampire romance. Because
That would
when you have
actually
blood in
sell
vampire
a lot of
romance-
books.
Yeah.
When I see those 1-star reviews, like, this is the most filthy, depraved thing I've ever read, I'm like, how fast can I get this on my Kindle? Oh,
same,
that's
same.
disgusting.
Yeah.
What book was it? Who's the author? Is it out yet?
Well, and I think the reason why I was thinking also of vampire romance and being like, oh, but I like it in vampire romance and I actually don't mind it in this is that you know, in the Bram Stoker Dracula, when like the brides of Dracula like come out of the crypt and they're covered in blood, like I think I was like, oh yeah, it's just like that. That's hot. Yeah.
Super hot. I'm like, now they both have his hepatitis.
No, there's no, because she's a virgin and virgins can't get hepatitis.
Oh, I meant from
Yeah.
the dead guy.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen. And he'll protect her from hepatitis. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No, I think you did great, Jenica. I remember that moment,
thank
and I
you.
was like, no, I'm good. I'm still with you. Let's just keep going. Great.
yeah, when I read, I can just totally put reality out the window. I mean, I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, so it's easy for me. I know some readers can't do that, so yeah, I was really worried about that specific aspect because I've never written anything. I mean, I've written vampire stuff, but it's always like just the blood's just between them, and it's vampire, so it's I guess it's different kind of rules, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. No, knock on wood, I haven't gotten any horrible reviews on that aspect of the book. So
Well, you said that we're talking about the vampires versus like mafia guys again. Like vampires aren't real. Like mob guys are, I guess. And we were talking before, and I
feel
said, I
like-
wonder if it's scary to write like a Russian mafia romance, and somewhere there's this guy reading your book going, that's not real. I'm gonna find her and set her straight.
you know what? I have thought that. I'm like, what if there's like real? I'm like putting a bad light on like the Russian mafia, and they
Putting
like
the Russian mafia in a bad light.
I feel like they already have a
I know.
PR problem. It's not just you.
Yeah.
and I feel like probably. I mean, I don't know any mafia men, but they probably don't look like the men that we write about. You know what I mean? Like 6'5", completely like buff and
Yeah.
I really now want to like find some guy with his gun on his side reading your book. They also just feel like not only are they not like the guys in the books, they're not reading these books.
They're busy.
No.
They're busy.
Yeah.
No.
The audio, maybe.
Yeah.
Audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So, if someone loved this book, what would you recommend they read next from you?
Like the same kind of like the mafia still.
Or the tropes
well-
or anything. Yeah.
Well, Corruption's the next book, which leads into, or I don't. So one of the characters is mentioned in Reckless Air. So his book is Corruption, and that's pretty. I think that's pretty dark too. But I do have a shifter romance that's kind of darker, and I guess if they like the dark, kinky kind of blood stuff, Bite Marks is a vampire romance I wrote, and it's pretty. I mean, it's there's like a lot of blood stuff, but again, it's vampire, so I feel like it kind of goes with the.
I wonder if that's a category on Goodreads.
Blood stuff?
Blood stuff.
Blood stuff.
I mean, it should be. I mean, as a person, all the dark romances that I've read, I've kind of stumbled across accidentally because it's kind of hard to find. You know that everybody's out there reading them, but nobody's talking about it. So there should be like more specific
like tags. Yeah.
Right.
I almost feel like, I mean, with paranormal, I feel like vampire, you're going to have blood stuff. I mean, that's just obviously, but
right.
Yeah, it would be really nice if mafia romance, this book has blood stuff, spit stuff, like, you know what I mean? It's very specific. So you know what you're getting into. I mean, I don't have any triggers or anything, so it would be really nice to know what kind of smutty stuff's in there.
Yeah. Also, a very lovely Doberman.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were talking about how dogs improve every book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I only added that dog in there because I saw well, I'm sure you guys are on TikTok. There's this one creator, and he always has this Doberman in his videos, and I'm like, he's like very tattooed. I don't even know what his name is, but I'm like, oh, I don't know why that is so attractive. This big
a tattooed man with like a killer dog who also is like probably licks his face and
yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna throw a dog in there. I don't.
That's terrible. Who is that? What's their at? So I can make sure nobody else ever sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know, Dobermans used to get the bad rap before the pit bulls.
Pit bulls.
Like, it's always one dog people are hating on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I feel like Dobermans are pretty gentle, aren't they?
Yeah.
I feel like they are pretty gentle. I think maybe they just, they got a bad rap and it's just kind of stuck.
And I love a romance hero with like a pit bull who's just like, who thinks they're like a kitten. Those are always adorable.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So what made you say yes to the box when I contacted you?
Well, I was honored. I obviously know who you are. And so when you reached out, I was like, oh my, no, I'm like, oh my God, Lucy Eden wants me to be in her box. There wasn't even a question. I was like, I was awestruck, honestly. And I was like, absolutely. Like, what do you want? I'll give you whatever you want. So I was just super excited.
Okay. I was expecting that. No, please go ahead.
Oh, and then like, you know, then you started talking more about like, you know, the exclusive covers and like all this other stuff, and it was just very exciting. So
that's so cool. I was totally expecting that to go the other way because I don't feel like people know who I am. So I was super nervous reaching out to the people that I did because they, you know, I felt like they were going to be like, get out of here. Who are you? Stop it.
Instead, everyone wants in your box.
I mean,
which sounds
it's not
really
about
dirty.
to be like, hey, do you want to be in a box? And I'm going to give you a new cover and then make like adorable bookmarks.
The bookmarks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad proposition.
Yeah, no, but no, you people know your name. So it was for me, it was very exciting that you reached out and you wanted me. Cause I feel like I'm like nobody, and here is Lucy Eden wanting me to be in her book box. So it was really exciting.
Yay. So let's talk about the Sex of Fashion illustration. Yeah. So again, nobody wanted any naked bookmarks.
Boo.
But right? But
well,
this
we couldn't have her naked because Nikolai would come and kill all of us.
Exactly.
Looking at her.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to see her. Yeah. What would happen if she tried? like, yeah, if she tried to like go to work dressed like that.
What would happen?
Yes.
Well, in the book, he would kill them, obviously. He like killed a guy who didn't protect her well enough. Like, he was supposed to be watching her. Well, he almost did. I think she stopped him. I can't recall quite. So he would probably kill. I don't think he just doesn't have a conscience. He doesn't care. He doesn't want anybody to look at her. Don't touch her. Like, it's so toxic, but I don't know. I love it in books.
Yeah.
Just, like, in books, make them super toxic like that. So.
Yeah. Well, in real life, he'd be in an institution.
Yeah, but
if they could catch him.
Yeah, they can't
Honey.
catch him.
Listen, you'd be getting a restraining order. You would be all sorts of stuff if this was real life. Yeah.
But she has a very terrible father. So in the context of that, it's kind of like, at least this guy actually cares about her and wants to protect her. The other guy, well, he's like, your dad's a dick, and I'm going to kill him if I can. So like, yeah. Like compared to that, it's kind of like, oh, at least like if I got sold in marriage at 18, at least like this guy actually likes me and is like, nobody can touch you. They've been touching you wrong your whole life.
Right, exactly.
It doesn't make it okay.
I know it doesn't make it okay, but from her POV, she's like, "This is I'm upgraded.
It's a step up.
Yeah, from murderer dad to murderer husband, upgrade.
Yeah.
In this fictional world, it's totally normal. This is totally okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna call the authorities.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that's so great about the romance genre is no matter how fucked up or crazy it gets, you know there's going to be a happy ending. So you can just go with it.
And there's a lid for every pot.
There's a lid for every pot.
That is true.
Multiple lids sometimes if you need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my heroines, in a few reviews, she was called annoying, which is fine, but I'm like, I'm okay. Oops, sorry, my computer died. I'm okay with her being annoying, because annoying people deserve love too, you know, like...
Plus, it's all
see
relative.
That a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, and I see that a lot in reviews, how annoying the heroine is, and I'm just like, well, if they didn't have some kind of personality, they would they were so boring, and they didn't.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So.
That too. Too stupid to live.
I've gotten those. I've gotten annoying, and I'm just like, I mean, these are real people. You know what I mean? They have to have these kind of. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. And I don't know about
irritables and stuff.
Right. And I don't know how you are as an author, but in a lot of my books, and that one in particular, I put a lot of myself into the heroine. So I was like, forget you.
I really hope Jenica didn't put a lot of herself in her character.
Well, I mean, there are I don't think you were like sold by your father at 18, but
true.
No. But like I have put little quirks that, you know, are personal to me. Like, you know, maybe she'll only eat the toppings off of the pizza. She doesn't actually eat the pizza. And so that's like, you know, or she wears socks all the time year round. So I just put like little things that are probably weird to other people, but I don't know. I relate to them. So I pop them in there real quick and just.
And I also tend to like mafia heroines as well, because even though they seem really defenseless, they're kind of pawns in this male-dominated world, in order to make it to the end of the book, they have to be really strong people. Like, I think in real life, if I were in those situations, I wouldn't make it past like chapter 5.
I'd just be on the ground curled up, but
Well, but then in this book, who has the real power?
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of times it's the heroines that end up with the power because they bring these powerful men to their knees.
Yes. Yeah, I try to make, I mean, I don't know if I convey it well enough, but I try to make it seem like the heroines are the actual powerful ones. Because although the guys are like very strong and alpha, you know, they ultimately will lean on the woman, she kind of calls the shots for, you know, most of the,
Yes.
the relationship and stuff. And so ultimately I hope that she's seen as, you know, stronger in essence than the male counterpart. But
one of my favorite tropes in these type of arranged marriage mafia romances is when the hero just like unravels if the heroine is mad at him and not talking to him. Like, he can do anything else. He's making $5 million a day. He can rip somebody's spine out of their body. But if she's giving him the silent treatment, he cannot function as a human being. And I love that.
Yes.
I just wait for that every time. And she's always like, listen, I'm your wife. I'll do whatever you say. I have to, but I'm not going to be happy about it. And he's like, but you have to be happy. What? I love that.
Yeah.
Yep. That's my fave. Do we have any more questions for Jenica?
Have you, if you were going to write anything light and fluffy, what would happen in it?
Yeah.
I like that.
I've written a lot of light and fluffy.
Hey!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have a lot of light and fluffy, just very mindless, like, honestly, fluff stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's like no drama. For actually a couple of years, that's all I did. I really did just no drama, like insta love. Like one that comes to mind is Whipped. And actually, I'm seeing if I had a copy. I don't have it with me, but it's, you know, this woman, she's the CEO of, or she's a very high, powerful, you know, in this company, and she falls for the hero as a baker. And it's just them. Yeah, it's just very light and fluffy, and them just, you know, getting to know each other. And of course they fall in love, you know, very fast, and zero drama, zero violence. Nobody dies in it. So
yeah.
Oh, nice.
So you're a real Renaissance writer. You're like, I can do light and fluffy, I can do gory mafia.
And
Yeah.
supernatural.
And supernatural, yeah. We stand a versatile queen.
I've probably written just about every, I mean, so I've been published since 2009, so I've probably written just about every trope there is. Like, I just dabbled this year in monster romance. That was really fun to write.
Yeah.
But
that's the big thing this year. Everybody's like, monster fucking.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just like, you know, I try it. If my readers don't like it, then at least I tried it, and I'll move on to something else and see if something else works. So
that is awesome. And I did have a question and I forgot it. Oh. That always happens. Nope. Anybody else?
No, this was fun.
It was fun.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Are you going to go watch football now like everyone else?
No, I'm probably going to take a nap, to be honest.
I mean,
Sundays are for sleeping.
Yeah, I should be cleaning, but I got up too early, and so yeah. No football for me.
No football, no cleaning.
No football. Yeah, no cleaning. No. Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
So much.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I have so many books to read now by her.
Mm-hmm.
I want to read Whipped because I like food, and her werewolf one, and the bitten one for more blood stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
blood stuff.
So next
is Andrea. And she should be in there.
And where Andrea's book, where is Andrea's book?
Right here.
Oh, there it is.
Blue.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
So, Andrea Hopkins wrote Fade to Blue for this book.
Yeah.
And this is the beautiful cover. And then, you know, in each book, the authors wrote their little thing. And she writes interracial romance, straight, dripping in angst, humor, and a fuck ton of spice.
Yeah.
Love that. And she has joined us today. She's not watching football, thank God. I mean, everyone's watching football today. And Andrea, welcome.
There she is. Hi.
Love it.
How are I'm actually normally watching football.
Yeah, I know you're a huge football fan.
Well, my team already played on Thursday and we lost miserably.
Oh.
So
sorry.
Condolences. But yeah,
It's
you freed up
okay.
your Sunday.
It did.
Tell us a little bit about what made you choose Fade to Blue to put in the box.
Well, that's my favorite book that I've written so far. I wrote it during quarantine. Also, my husband was deployed during quarantine, and I was homeschooling 4 boys.
Oh gosh.
So it was my outlet, and it's my first rom-com, straight rom-com, and it just, I don't know, it gives me just the warm and fuzzies. So I love it, and it's my most reviewed, most read book, and I'm just really proud of it. So that's why I chose it.
This was your escape during quarantine, and now
It
our
was
escape
my
from real
escape.
life.
It was my escape. I wrote a lot of it in my closet, crying with wine. But I'm just very proud that I got through quarantine and with all my boys. I have 4 boys, and raising them by myself while my husband was in Africa. So it's it means a lot to me.
Well, thank you for sharing it with us. And then we're looking at the cover.
It's got this. I mean, everyone. I was looking at the Goodreads reviews to see like what people love the most, like to get the vibe, and everyone was like, "This little girl is everything. She must be protected at all costs."
Yeah. She stole the show for sure.
Yeah, and it's really cute to see like a single parent kind of romance. You know, like very cute. But yeah, everyone's like this chemistry between the mother, daughter, and the family.
Yeah. So when you were requesting your illustrated cover, it was really important to you to have her included. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. She honestly stole the show. I love writing kids. I happen to have kids in a lot of my books. I think maybe just as a mother of a million children, I get children. But I just love the dynamic between Blue and her. They're so cute, and he was just kind of became like an instant dad. She really was the heart of that book. So I had to have her on the cover.
Yeah.
Very cool. So give us your opinion about the cover and the special edition.
I already told Lucy. I'm obsessed with it. I cried, and it's just so beautiful, and it's everything I dreamed of, and it melted my heart when I saw it.
It's very like wholesome. You can tell like these people end up happily together. Like it looks like they made like a nice little family.
Yeah.
It's
And
really
got the
cute.
basketball hoop in the back.
Also, like if this guy wanted to hold my daughter, I'd be like, that's fine. I feel fine about that.
Yes.
And that's totally like Blue's vibe. He's a cinnamon roll, just so sweet, but also really dirty at the same time. My spicy cinnamon roll.
Yes. Yep. So, do you want to talk about, I guess without giving spoilers, but everyone's favorite character in the book besides the little girl? Is her name Babs?
Babs?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
She loves emojis. As a book formatter
emojis.
who had to format this book, there were so many emojis.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I blame my editor for that one because I just had it written out, and she's the one who like was I can just put the emojis in there, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Babs is in. She's in the first book as well. Fades of Blue is actually book 2. And she kind of stole the show in book 1. She's just a 70-plus-year-old ex like Playboy bunny. She's just wild. She says what she wants. She doesn't like give any F's, and she's just somehow befriended these King brothers, and she just kind of helps them move along, get their shit together, and go after the women that they want.
Yeah.
But she's wild and says whatever comes to her head and does not care.
Eggplant, donut, tongue, smiley face, muffin, I love you sign, party hat, clap, praise hands, eggplant, eggplant, eggplant. Well, I think we know what happened there.
Yeah. I feel like I black out when I write her because that's not me.
Sure.
She's the most fun person to write.
We already talked about how, as authors, we put ourselves into our characters, so.
Yeah. That's not one. I don't know where she comes from. She just, I guess, deep down.
Yes. You're going to go full Babs in your 70s.
Yeah, that's who you become.
We're going to check in.
Can't wait to see the Babs in you. Or the Babs in all of us.
In all of us.
I know.
I am very excited for my Babs era. I'm ready.
I know. I feel it. I actually really want to write a book for her, like a prequel. I'm trying to figure out her story because I just feel like she's lived a life, and I would just love just kind of go back to like her childhood and just move through life because she's so fun to write. It's just
you could do like the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but the like 18 Lovers of Babs or something.
There we go.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun because it would cover so many different decades and outfits. And,
right.
And it probably turns out like the love of her life is just like her childhood friend that she used to climb trees with. Yeah. And they find each other in their 70s.
Then the moral of the story
let me write that
is like
down.
a Hallmark movie where she never should have left her hometown to begin with.
No, because without all of that stuff, she wouldn't be the person she is.
That's true.
And that person will always love her no matter what she does, whether she's been a Playboy bunny or working on oil rigs or...
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to take notes.
Yeah.
Give me a lot of good ideas.
Write this down.
Babs' real backstory.
Give the people what they want. I am people.
I've
people
had
me.
many DMs about that. Like, where's Bab's story? I need it.
Yeah.
Well, and then when she meets her lover in this decade, it's just like all emojis. And he's like, I don't know what we're talking about. But like, so when do I show up?
I don't know what all these pictures are, but
he's like, I got a flip phone, so
exactly. I have a Cricut.
Yeah,
you have to
4 big buttons.
Yeah,
beware of flip phones.
Yeah,
like if a guy has a flip phone, he is probably a predator. And
I was gonna say red flag.
No, sexual predators, like they legally aren't allowed to have smartphones because they're not supposed to have access to the internet.
Wow.
Like the police can come and arrest them. It's super gross. Yeah, fun things I learned.
That means if I ever see a guy with a flip phone in a bar, I'm gonna roast him.
No, yeah, he's definitely he's on the list. He's on that list. Like every time he moves, he's got to like knock on his neighbor's door and say, "Hey, I'm your local neighborhood rapist," and.
All right. That was like
went to another way.
That was good information.
Babs is gonna roast this guy. He's gonna find out that he just doesn't know how to use a smartphone.
Right.
And she's gonna be like,
She'd be like, I know why you don't flip phone. Oh, you're just an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We can turn this around.
Good
But
to know.
let's bring the conversation back to like adorable children and hot basketball players.
Yeah, hot basketball players.
Yeah, that took
Yeah.
a turn.
Right.
Yeah.
But I also want to say, as the designer, I tried to make the back of the book look like a press release. Because we
Yes,
have
I got that vibe.
Yes, because we have a basketball player.
Yeah.
And then we have the PR rep. And they
Publicist. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Yep.
I love it.
So what
I could
should-
literally look at that cover all day.
Yay! Well, soon you'll be able to. Once I get
I know, I can't wait.
all of the boxes out, then I'm going to move on to the influencers and the authors and all that stuff. But yeah.
Oh, you get it last.
Well, you know.
It's okay.
I think as the author, she would rather have the readers get the books first.
Oh, definitely.
See?
Sorry.
I need all the readers. I need as many readers.
We all
as I
need
can
all
get.
the readers we can get. Yeah, everyone's like, why aren't your books in there? I'm like, yeah, nobody wants this. But
I want them.
well, I will get you some. I can make that. I know somebody that can make that happen.
But one of your books is in this box. isn't it?
Technically, yes, it is, because the second book, Mina, who we talked to, her book was a novella, and I felt like it's great, but I felt like it wasn't enough for the box.
Yeah.
So everyone who got a paperback upgrade of Mina's book also got one of my holiday novellas in paperback.
Oh,
So
that's cute.
yeah.
Two
So
novellas,
you felt like you
yeah.
got like the paperback experience. But yeah.
I love
So tell us about the King brothers.
Oh man. Okay. There's 3. Delaware King. His book is number 1.
that's
He
Back
is
to
a
Delaware?
pop star. That's Back to Delaware. Yes. He is a like pop R&B star. And drug addict as well.
Okay.
That book is a second chance romance. He is going through recovery and comes home and reconnects with his childhood sweetheart. And Blue, his brother, is also in love with his childhood sweetheart. So it's a bit of a love triangle.
Yeah.
And obviously at the end, I mean, you'll see what happens. But
I have a pretty good
Blue,
idea.
Blue in book 2, that's his Blue King, basketball player. Just the sweetest cinnamon roll, but also very spicy and good with dirty words. He's that's book 2, and then I'm working on I did a novella for like book 2.5, and that is a wedding novella that has all the characters, all their POVs, which was really fun to write. Which I got to write Babs like her own. She has like 3 chapters, which was really fun to write.
Nice.
And then I am slowly working on Clay, the other brother. He's got some daddy vibes,
Nice.
which has been fun to write. A little darker, still with some comedy, because I'm just finding my footing in the rom-com world, and I'm just loving it. My first series is very emotional and lots of drama, and then this series, it took a little turn in the rom-com world, and I'm really loving it, and it's fun and joyous. I'm really excited about the book I'm on now. It's like 75% done.
All right.
It's going slowly. I keep going back and forth with it, but I'm excited. I'm hoping I can get it out at least by the summer, but we will see. I know everyone's been blowing up my DMs, asking for it. since book one, people have wanted Clay. He's just this like broody daddy cop vibe, and they've been asking for it, and I'm just trying to do him justice. So I'm taking my time with it. But yeah, I love the King brothers. They're just so much fun to write. I could write them forever, and they're all different, and they just have a really fun dynamic with each other. And I have 4 boys. I have 2 younger brothers. So I feel like I love writing boys. It's just fun. I think I get them.
Yeah. I have a series under my secret, not so secret pen name, and it's 6 books, and it's 6 brothers, and they're just so much fun to write. And I also have 4 older brothers, and I'm the youngest and the only girl. So yeah, I definitely have kind of a handle on that dynamic, and how there's so much opportunity for love and comedy, and just exploring those familiar relationships, and readers love that.
Go mom. She didn't stop at the 4. After the 4, I stopped. After 4. I was like, I can't do another boy.
Listen, I don't know, man. They only had 3 channels back then. That's
very true.
Yeah, there was no Disney Plus.
What's a third book called? Does it have a title yet?
Does not have a title yet. I've got a few ideas. I've been sent many ideas. It's got to be something to Clay, because Back to Delaware and Fade to Blue. I'm just trying to find the right words, and I don't really want to announce the top 3 yet. I kind of want it to be a surprise. But a friend of mine sent me a really good option, and I'm low-key thinking about that one. It's better than mine. So she gave me full, I can do it, I can use it, so just take it.
Nice. The title is coming. It's a surprise.
Okay.
And stop bothering
surprise.
her. She's writing it.
I know. No, I don't mind it. I love it. I'm just happy that people are excited to read it. It's just, it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm a slow writer, so people expected that it was going to take. I'm busy. Trying to keep my sanity with all these kids. Yeah.
Yep.
Are you still writing in the closet?
No, I have an office now. I'm in my office.
Moving on up.
Yep, I share it with my husband. No, I have my own space. Although lately I've found myself writing out in the living room next to the Christmas tree, because it's just so cozy, and the fire and everything.
I love that.
I feel like another little novella, holiday themed, might pop up while you're writing book 3.
Yep. I call it writing around the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I've got a few holiday ideas, but I would have to start right now, because I write so slow. I would have to try and whip it out. And I'm actually writing 2 books at once right now. So
that's always fun.
I have an anthology coming up, so which I have to knock that out in a month. And I'm halfway done, so we'll see.
Yeah. Awesome sauce.
Do we have a bookmark for this one too?
We don't. Okay. So, Andrea's book was originally just a digital download, and there was so much demand for paperback versions. So that's why these 2 are available in paperback. Cool. Yeah. I definitely learned a lot of lessons doing this Kickstarter, and one of those lessons were, above all, people want books. They want the books. Swag is great. Books.
Well, it's a book box.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right.
So a lot of people upgraded to get the paperback, and why wouldn't you? It's so cute.
It's super cute.
Yeah. But it also, says a lot that nobody knows what the covers are going to look like when they give me their money. So that's always nice to feel like I have that level of trust from people that they know they're not going to get something that they won't like. So yeah, got a lot of these paperbacks going out. So
It's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed.
Yes, and you will get some.
Obsessed. I'm so excited to just hold it in my hands.
Yeah.
Yay. That's also gratifying too, because you just never know how people are going to react. Like, I was telling Jenica, like, I was so nervous that she was going to hate her cover because I spent so much time working on it, and it was just a lot of work, and she ended up loving it. So it's always like, whew. Because it's your work, it's your baby, you know, you want to make sure it's represented correctly, and covers are so important. It's, you know,
They are.
we literally judge a book by its cover.
Well, if you've been doing, you know, thinking of your own covers and getting them designed, to have somebody else be like, "Oh, I'm doing the cover," like, great.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, and I feel like that is extremely polarizing. There's no in between. There's never somebody, you're either, yes, do it, great, I trust you, or they're like, I don't know, can you do this? What's gonna happen? It has to look like this, and I want this. So for the most part, the authors have been pretty chill. So I thank you for trusting me.
Well, we've seen your covers, so I already know they're going to be great. I was just like, yes, go, take it.
Yay.
Take it. Also, my husband does my covers.
Yeah. Nice.
But sometimes he's just, he's slow.
And then
I'm still waiting for him to finish my novella paperback cover.
Right.
And I'm trying to rush him, and I'm like, okay, you've got 2 weeks off of work for Christmas. We're doing these covers.
Yeah.
Like, or I'm going to fire you. Real talk. You were so close to getting fired.
You're like, our marriage is not job security.
It is not. Yeah.
No. I love you, and you're great, and thank you, but you need to hurry up.
The boss is not going to get you out of this.
Nope.
Oh my God. That would be a funny book.
Banging the boss. There has to be a book.
Boss
called-
is married and she's gonna fire her own husband for doing a crappy job.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna keep. Yep.
Write that down. Write that down. All right. So, any parting words? Any more questions?
No, this was great.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
I didn't know there was
Thank
a
you.
book 2.5.
There's a book 2.5, and it's so cute and fun, and everyone has their own POV, and it's super sexy as well. I love it.
All right.
Thank you guys for having
Thank you so
me.
much.
I'm
Thank
normally
you for
really
coming.
nervous doing
Thanks
these things.
for rolling with all
Made
of
me
the
really-
changes. This season has been
Oh, no problem.
chaotic.
All right. Bye, Andrea. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she's nice.
She's so nice.
4 kids and a dog.
4 kids and a dog. Yeah.
Brain in the closet
Wild.
during the pandemic.
Okay.
And yay for us.
So
What's in this box?
Yes. Oh my God. What is that?
It's just us
I
now. We
keep
don't have to
like
hear us.
elbowing. Oh yeah, we don't need this, right?
Correct.
Okay. So wow. Where to even start? Okay, so with this box, it's the holiday season, and like everything was delayed, and the most delayed thing were the books. There's like my printer is still trying to track down a shipment of books, which is crazy because I'm just like emailing and calling every day, but most of them have gone out. So let's talk about what's in the box. And if you have not gotten your email confirmation or your box yet, it is coming soon, I promise you. But yeah, let's talk about what's in the box. Okay, so we've already discussed the books, and here they are. So there's Reckless Air by Jenica Snow, the Say Yes duet, Karina Holley. Oh, you know what? We should start by talking about Karina's book since she wasn't here. So you want a Vanna White?
Yeah, Vanna White.
And then you can read.
All right, so Karina wasn't here. And
Yes.
it's, how do you pronounce your last name? I thought it was Hale. It's Holly.
I thought it was Holly.
Holly.
She's never corrected me. It might be Hale.
All right. No. It's just, my grandma was a Hale.
I just
That
feel
is
like
spelled
it's
differently. There's only one L in Hale, so it's Holly.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And so she is a screenwriter, former music and travel journalist, and the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and USA Today best-selling author of The Pact, The Royals Next Door, and Black Sunshine, as well as 70 other wild and romantic reads, ranging from light and sexy rom-coms to horror, paranormal romance, and dark fantasy.
Mhm.
And this is our rom-com.
Yeah. So this book is a rom-com. I read this book when it first came out. I thought it was hilarious. It takes place in Hawaii. And what's really cute about this book, I'll show you, and you might appreciate this, which is also, it's kind of like, obviously it was sad that she's not feeling well, but also we know from last season that Laura was born and raised in Hawaii.
I know she did a glossary.
Yeah, she did a glossary of Hawaiian terms in the back, and I'm pretty sure her book takes place on Oahu.
Yeah, it's on Oahu. There's a very funny bit with chickens.
Yes. So if you see the cover, it's kind of a nod. Like once you've read the book, you will understand what the significance of the pina colada, the rooster, and
I see it.
the big, definitely a lot of BD.
Big rooster energy.
Yes, big rooster energy going on in this book, and it is hilarious. Yeah, so the pina colada also was hilarious. Yeah, I remember I was in Oahu a few weeks ago, and there are just like roosters everywhere. So I took a picture and I sent it to her, and I was like, "Look who I ran into." And it was like, it was a picture of a rooster. So it's second chance romance, workplace romance, takes place in Oahu. There is a small child involved, and it's hilarious and sexy and really heartwarming. And I love that even though it's like a rom-com, there's a lot of depth to the characters. Like they both have things that they need to like figure out about themselves before they can get together, and I love that. What did you think?
I thought it was interesting that this is the last book bundle. There was also a Hawaiian book, so I feel like
Ali Malouf had like
yeah. So I hope we continue the Hawaiian.
Every book has to have a book with that.
Because it's like a little bit of vacation.
Yes. Yeah.
And like different kind of like living.
I thought somebody else goes to Hawaii in one of these books, but now I can't remember. Just this one, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So later on, possibly next week, because it's also like we're like ass deep in holiday season. So I think either the end of next week or early the week after that, I'm going to tape an interview with Karina when she's feeling better and she has a little bit more time, because she's also under deadline, like we all are. To talk more about her book. Okay, so back to
box.
What's in the box? What's in the box? It's not Gwyneth Paltrow's severed head, so that's always
great.
good, right?
Now everyone's scared to open it once in the ride.
Yes.
So thanks for
Okay.
that.
So if you got the paperback upgrade, you would get a paperback copy of Fade to Blue, Your Place Next Year, and one of my holiday novellas. So you would either get Preteen Wolf or Gingerbread Kisses. It's a surprise. So what else is in here? Okay, so this is your candle for this season, and I'm just gonna rip this open. And it's fall scented. It's like there we go.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's like not pumpkin, but it's light
It's like a little
and
vanilla-y kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like got vanilla and spices, a little bit of apple. Yeah. Very nice. Here is the bath bomb, and this is in the swag box. And no, this is not in the swag box. This is the deluxe swag box. So the deluxe swag box is the candle, the bath bomb.
Love a heart bath bomb.
Yes.
We
And-
taped some stuff, so if you want
Yeah.
to look at
Yeah.
bookmarks.
And let me, don't think I brought a body butter out. Okay. And of course I grabbed one without a thing on. Okay, so
And now who gets the cup? That's what I think is the key.
Yeah, the cool cup.
The cool cup.
So I'll get a sticker for that in a second. So the cup. Okay, so last season I did these in the summer. I did these mugs, and everybody loved them. And they're, it's kind of more of an unusual shape than the mugs you regularly get, and it has this cute little thumb rest, which I thought was like a weird design thing. But when I started using it,
it's very
I'm like,
nice.
oh, this is nice.
No, someone built a better mug.
Exactly. So I wanted to do something a little different this season. So I did these like frosted glass tumblers. Ooh. And they have all the characters on them. And it comes with this glass straw. So everything, there's no plastic at all. And yeah, reusable glass straw, wooden top. Teamed up again with Fable Bands.
Always a good look.
Yes. And so this is the pattern. And it has all of our adorable woodland creatures on it. Mm-hmm. And the scrunchie. Cannot wait to use mine. The bookmarks. Do you want to talk about the bookmarks?
Okay, so we've got the...
And I'm going to go grab some boxes so that people can see the boxes.
What's it called? Sexy Fashion?
Sexifashion.
Sexifashion did the bookmarks. There's one for each of the hard covers. Mm-hmm. Right? I think you've got... Where are they?
Yeah, I've got...
We don't know where they've gone.
Oh, they're right here.
But they're in this envelope. They're beautiful. And then we've got 4 of the postcards of the woodland creatures. So you can write to your friends and be like, I love Lucy Eden's book box. Please subscribe.
The murder robe one.
Murder robe.
Yeah, murder robes.
But they're not just for murder.
They're for just, lounging
they're for
and
sexy.
murder.
For being sexy. And also it comes with the stickers for each of the bookmarks.
Oh, cute box.
And those are in the swag boxes and the swag deluxe boxes.
And then the everyone gets this bookmark, the Love Notes from Paradise Book Fall 2022 bookmark, because it's about books, so you can't get enough bookmarks. I subscribe to the digital because I don't have a lot of space, and it comes in this adorable packaging.
Very gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the digital that I subscribe to, you get these. Each of the books has their own little. They do the covers on these tiny little cards with your code on the back. Don't look, it's my code. And I don't know. I thought these were beautiful. I thought this was a really nice way to get like your digital codes.
Yeah, because I honestly thought, and again, it's all about the books. I learned my lesson. I honestly thought that there'd be, because there's an option, it's the digital books and all the swag. Because I am a person who, I have 2 small children, I don't have a lot of room for books, and I love books, I just don't have space for them. Mm-hmm. So I thought that more people would want just like the swag and the digital books, and most people wanted the books, but we did have some people who just wanted the digital, or just wanted the digital books and all the swag. Also, because in the grand scheme of book boxes, this one is a little pricier. So it's also a way to, make it more accessible to anybody who wanted.
Cost is quality.
It is. Yeah. I spend a lot of time, and it was really important to make sure that
everything in the box is lovely, like, really well done.
It's really wonderful.
Thank you.
So this is the body butter.
That's the body butter.
Autumn spice.
Yes. So you want to pop that open and
smell it? I can smell it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna smell it. Is it gonna be? Oh, it's lovely. It's not. It's different from the candle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Oh, it's a little bit like woodsy-ish, or kind of like a by a fire, cedar-ish.
Yeah. Which goes with the woodland creatures.
The woodland creatures.
Mm-hmm. And it's got an adorable little bear reading a book on the front. He's so cute. I love
That's how bears stay so youthful, as they use that body butter.
Exactly. Is it?
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, that's how the owl also stays youthful.
Exactly.
Moisturized.
I know.
So these are so if you order like the booklet tier, the digital tier, you get this nice padded envelope with the owl with the library card. And then if you get the hardcover,
cute.
You get the fox with the audiobook.
Gorgeous.
And then the This is the giant, and this is the raccoon who's shopping. So yeah, so my theme this year with the little caricatures was just basically your 4 reading personalities. So they're people who get most of their books from the library. There are some people like the bear who are just always with their nose in a book. They're always reading. There are people who are, they get most of their reading from audiobooks. And then there's me, who is the raccoon who just loves squirreling away books that they know they're not going to have time to read. And also like the swag, because they have a little sweater on that says Book Bandit. So
cute.
Nice. So I love creating.
Adorable.
I love creating all of these.
Now there's also the pouch in front.
Yeah.
I taped it there, but that's beautiful.
Yeah, that is a Hello Lovely Box pouch. Let's see. It's the same. Here, I'll show one from last season.
It's very
It's
cute.
wonderful, and it's
feels
huge.
And it feels very nice.
Yeah, it's like, how sometimes you do a pouch and it's just too small.
Yeah.
And you put your stuff in it, you gotta
I feel like I could
pull the
I have a
zipper
smaller
closed.
paperwhite Kindle. I think I could fit it in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably put your small Kindle in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so another thing that I learned about, didn't quite understand. So this is the one from summer, and this is the fall. So if you got all 4 boxes, you're gonna have a nice little collection of these. But book sleeves. I still do not understand book sleeves, but everyone loves book sleeves. So I wanted something that was like a book sleeve, but you could use it for other things. So I keep like makeup in here and like my travel stuff, but a lot of people have, they love using it to put.
This is good too for like vacation
books
books because I can't decide like which ones I'm gonna bring, but you could put like probably 2 in there.
True.
Yeah.
Plus, if you don't want people judging you while you're carrying your books around.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or if you take it in the pool and you're like, I don't want to get wet.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was the Genius. I just sent the design components to Becca of Hello Lovely Box, and she came up with these like
They're beautiful.
cute little designs. What else?
And then there's a pins and a
the pins, the pens, and the keychain / charms. That's another thing that I learned was like a big thing, collecting charms. So, and I use keychains, but I don't use charms for anything. So so now it's both. So if you are a keychain person, there you go. If you are a charms person, boom.
So adorable.
And it's got the little swag raccoon bandit on it. A pin, a pen, bookmark. The stickers. So if you were a Kickstarter backer, you got a fall edition of the I'm a Proud Kickstarter backer to join the collection. Even if you like didn't get the same tier this season, if you back the Kickstarter project, you're gonna get one. And then here's this like really cute bear reading a book. Says fall in love with reading. Let's see, Element Essentials. So last season with Element Essentials, it was like a starter pack for the bathroom.
Those are great. The like toilet bombs and the everything, they're so nice.
So this is their starter pack for the kitchen.
Oh.
And she included we have here. So it is
the sound.
Oh, right near the thing. Okay. Right near the microphone. Sorry, everybody. I'm so good at this. So it's solid dish soap, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And here, I'll pass it around. And a coconut scrub sponge. So with Element Essentials, everything is eco-friendly and biodegradable. So when you're done with this, you can just compost it, bury it in your backyard, like it's done.
Oh God, this is an amazing little like lotus.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry,
so that's a lotus sponge holder, and
so classy.
Yes,
so classy.
So beautiful on your sink. Yeah, and you
this
can
is nice.
fits your sponge, and it's got the holes in it, so it drains, so you don't have that gross mildewy wet situation going on. And
cute.
so that was the Element Essentials.
You're ready for the QVC.
I know. Am I? Like, I don't know. I'm like
HSN
crinkling things in the microphone. Like,
Last, you
am I
had
ready?
something you wanted to open on camera.
Yes. Okay. So let me just move everything. Let me avoid that paper again. So if you ordered the mystery,
what's that?
This is the mystery adult toy.
Ooh!
That was curated by Elia Winters.
Wow.
And you can find the review for it on the last page of your booklet. We also have, inside the booklet is a discount code for 10%. So if you missed this, you can get it for 10% off on the website using the code.
Oh, it's 2 pages.
It's a 2-page.
Review.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Every toy review is 2 pages long because she does not mess around. Like, who would not love that job?
Wow.
Though?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel.
So she actually got a tester. I didn't get one. It's my box. I want one. But yeah. So the company, and it's from the O Collective, and it's a woman-owned toy company, and yeah, they're really great. They're amazing to work with. So yeah, they sent her a toy and she tested it and wrote a review, and so here it is. So this is the box, which I love the packaging on this one.
Yeah, it's like an iPhone but better,
but way better. Yes. So in this inside it says, "Hey babe, let's get vibing."
Aww. Ooh, some shiny stuff.
Instructions.
A shiny pouch.
Yes.
Oh, is that like a
oh my god.
So it's got a travel pouch, which is
wow.
amazing. Here's the plug. It's waterproof, and it has that, whatever that waterproof charging port is. And I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, yeah, it's waterproof. And she's like, shouldn't they all be waterproof? And I'm like, you would think they would be, but not all of them are.
Oh.
So here it is.
Way to die, I guess.
Yeah.
But not this one.
I was supposed to be like waterproof up to 50 feet. I was like, why are you deep sea diving? Who's deep sea diving with this?
Well,
I would.
She's very involved in the mermaid community, so that might be something.
This one, I'd be like, I'll test this all the way.
That might be something that the mermaid community would be interested in.
Yeah.
Like 49 feet, stop.
I feel like 3 feet is sufficient. For
this. It's named Kit.
Yes.
Like Kit the car, because it's smart.
I think so, maybe. Helps you solve crimes. Who knows?
Totally. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, look
yeah,
at that.
and it's very lightweight, but it does like have some heft to it. So I think this is a great option. But yeah, so that was if you purchased the mystery toy. And again, just want to reiterate how much I love, how much trust everyone has in me regarding these boxes, because you do not know what it is. The only thing you know when you order it, and the one we have for winter, oh my god, no pun intended, but also pun intended, I'm very excited about it. It's got to be my favorite one so far, but you can pre-order it now. So all you get is, you get what the retail price is, you get what our discount price is, and if you are a Kickstarter backer, you get an extra discount. So you can order your mystery toy. You don't know what it's going to be, but I'm very excited about it. Cool. But yeah, so that was the fall. That was the fall mystery toy. So the winter boxes, and let me just go grab the card so I don't mess anything up. But the winter boxes are available for pre-order now. And this next round of authors I am super, super excited by. Candy Steiner, Susanna Nix, Jack Harbin, Nana Malone, Megan Montgomery, and Jody Slaughter.
That's a great lineup.
That's
a really good lineup.
Yeah.
Wow.
I am. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's listed on the second page of the pamphlet.
Yeah.
This month.
Yeah. So it is in. Oh, the second. See, she literally just said the second page, and I'm like, where is it? Yeah. So these are our authors for winter, and I am like very, very excited.
It's a very good lineup.
I know. I'm like also excited because like I get like all these books, like I have copies of them now. Like these are part of my personal collection. So I'm super excited. So I'm not going to tell you what the books are yet. But I do give the authors can tell you if they want, if you're part of their like mailing lists or groups or whatever, and they want to share it, they can, but I won't. But yeah, so yeah.
Follow them now if you want a preview.
So follow them now if you want a preview. But I do know, like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about all of these, but you know, again, very shocked that, you know, all of these people said yes. So
that's great.
Of course they did.
Well, they can see what the lineup's been before and what a nice cover everybody got. So of course it's like, of course I want to be in this book box.
Yeah.
It's super cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, so I'm halfway through this and I'm trying to decide if I want to actually do this again next year. Mm-hmm. So if you are watching this, feel free to comment or send me a message somehow. I'm Lucy Eden Author everywhere. If you would like to see, be very careful with this paper. If you would like to see another round of swag boxes next year, and what authors you would like to see. So do you have any wish list authors that you'd like to see in the box next year?
Well, I mean, I follow so many authors online. I think I would like to see Laura in the box next year.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, sure, I'll do it. I think that's nice.
Laura Lovely.
Yeah, I would actually like to see, because she has like these mermaid, the Triton one.
Oh, yeah, King of the Sea.
And there's more to that.
Yeah, there's a second one. It could be a duet, kind of like the Say Yes one.
Yes, yeah. So that could be like the chunky book of the season.
Oh my god, there's so many authors that I'm like, oh, but we could also do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's room for 24 authors. So, yeah. Yeah, you get 6 books every season.
Wow.
So people could just write to you and be like, hey.
Yes. If you have a wish list, if you like have an author you'd like to see next year.
Because I feel like I'm going to go home and think about it. Because like right now, it's like I can't remember anything I've ever read.
Yeah.
I'm like, my list is so long. So I'm like,
I always blank.
I'm like, I better not do it here. I'm just going to whisper in your ear afterwards.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
The other thing, a note that I got for if I decide to do this again, is a paperback option for all of the books.
Oh, cool.
Just to kind of, I mean, just either add another price point that makes them a little more affordable, and, you know, to be able to have the physical copies. So yeah, I'm gonna think about doing that as well. And the authors have also asked for paperbacks as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm learning and you know, I listen to everything and I take everybody's advice into consideration, and I definitely want to know what people want.
Well, and since you did a Kickstarter first, it was nice to have that like initial community to give you like, you know, all that feedback.
The feedback, yeah.
But wow, but everything looks beautiful. So when you guys get your boxes, you're gonna be excited. And I also think, I mean, I know they're being shipped out as fast as they can, but I personally like getting things in January, because like everything I get in December, I almost forget about because it's so whirlwind. And then when I open things in January, I'm like, ooh, extra presents.
It's overwhelming how many packages one receives in December.
But in January, there's nothing to live for, so then extra presents are like, oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Like the high of Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and all of Kwanzaa, and everything's over. Yeah. And then your credit card bills start coming in. Then the winter what is that? The winter seasonal depression.
Yeah. So anything that shows up in January is always like, oh, good.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a nice title to a book. In January, there's nothing to live for except for this book.
Except for this book. Yeah. That's my tagline. That's it. So again, thank you everyone for being so patient with all the rescheduling. I wanted to get as many boxes out as I could before the book club, because it just didn't make any sense to not have anyone have anything and then be like, let's talk about these awesome things you don't have.
Yeah. Well, we didn't give anything away.
Yeah. We didn't give anything away.
Like reasons to read these books.
Yeah. And I'm still fighting with the printer just to get the last little bit of them. So, I mean, I'm, you know, just working as hard as I can to get everybody their boxes as quickly as possible. And that's about it.
You should also put a call out for volunteers to stuff these boxes.
Yeah, right. Yes, I actually did have somebody who was going to help me, and then she got COVID.
Oh.
I know. So, yeah, everything is just, but it's fine. Like, I put on Sister Wives, and I, like, have all my boxes and tissue paper spread out and just get it done.
I almost took us off track because I heard there's going to be a Brother Husbands show.
There is a Brother Husband show. It only lasted for one season.
What?
I know.
Because no one knew where it was. I would have watched it.
Yeah. I would have watched
really
that.
watched it. Wow.
Everyone go home and watch Brother Husbands and ask for season 2.
Go find it, yeah. Well, apparently, because of course I like found out about the relationship, they actually broke up, and now it's just a regular like monogamous relationship with just her and one of the guys. But I would read more. I'm writing a polyamorous romance set in Hawaii. Maybe it'll be in the box next year.
There has to be a book set in Hawaii.
Yes. But yeah, it's a polyamorous romance, and it's 2 line shifters and 1 very lucky human woman.
Wow, to spend a day in her shoes.
Right? I would take a solid, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If I've had enough sleep, I've had breakfast.
Yeah. And it'd be like,
I would take to be rested first.
One afternoon in her shoes. That would be amazing.
But that's why you get to read, because when you're reading these books, you are in their shoes.
Exactly.
But I had a great time pretending I was married to a guy in the mafia for like a couple hours.
I
was like weirdly like, actually right now I'm really into this for a second. Like this is soothing something in me.
It's the protection.
Yeah.
Like I know if I was in that situation, I'd be like scared shitless and terrified all the time. But just like, oh, he's like, he's gonna stab somebody in the cheek for her.
Yeah,
it's
like
great.
I don't want to think.
So romantic.
I was like, just keep me as a doll. Also kill every one of my enemies. That is my love language.
Yes, that is my love language.
Did you even have enemies? Like I can't.
I didn't have any enemies.
But
if I had them, I would want someone to kill them for me.
There's a barista at Starbucks who I'm joking. No, I'm kidding. Kill them. No. Although when my mom is lactose intolerant, and whenever she goes to Starbucks, she always asks for like non-dairy, and like literally probably like 50% of the time she gets dairy anyway. And then I have to deal with it like 2 hours later. She'll be like, they didn't give me non-dairy.
So does this mean dairy is her enemy, or the barista that didn't give her dairy is her enemy?
The baristas. No,
I think dairy is her enemy.
Fine.
Okay, death to dairy.
But also, like, nobody, like, people that Starbucks baristas, they're good people. Like, please, just leave them alone. Yeah.
That's the book I just read. The Milkmen from Outer Space or something.
Oh my god!
It was like, somebody was scanning the planet, and, anyway, it was, and they accidentally curdled all the milk, and then the aliens have to come and find like a milkman to help save the world. It was so good.
Was it a romance?
Yes.
Okay, wow.
What?
That sounds
so weird.
Okay,
really
I have a
good.
question. Have you ever read any of these like inanimate object shifter books?
They shift to like Lumiere and Beauty and the Beast kind of.
No, there's a whole series where they shift into balloon animals.
Whoa.
Bless that author. No.
That is
wow.
amazing.
And I'm like, I should read this.
Yeah.
Do I have time to read this? But like, yeah, like shifting into inanimate. I'm like, how does that work?
I have so many questions, but I'd have to read the book to find out.
Yeah. Balloon animal shifting.
Okay, wow.
And apparently they're really good. So I'm like, okay, this person must be like super talented.
If they're going there, they were like, I'm going all the way.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
I cannot wait to read that in next quarter's book club.
We're gonna report back. Okay, who's read that super popular like Minotaur milking book?
Oh yes.
Was it good?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, it was really good, and it was very. No, I'm serious. It was really good.
Minotaur milking book.
And everything that I thought was gonna happen, like I don't know, it was like a cool workplace romance because where she works. But also,
wait, is it the red?
No, it's the Minotaur milk.
But it's
Milk
not.
in the middle term.
But it's not milk.
Pasta. It's not milk. It's like,
not milk.
In this world, their semen is good for something. I actually get that part because I forgot confused. But it's pharmaceutical or something viral, whatever, blah blah blah. No, it was really good. And actually, like when they actually got together, I was kind of like, I kind of just liked when they were just milking each other. Like,
oh my gosh.
Wait, milking each other?
No, sorry, she was just milking him. But like,
oh my god,
it was I really enjoyed the like inner turmoil of like, this is a profession. I'm so professional. But then she's they obviously have a thing. It was really good. I felt like it handled the like line between, was it sex work or nursing or medical, like that, like all of that was just very interesting. And that world, especially where it's like kind of cozy fantasy, like there's just like this town that all of these, minotaurs and whatever live there.
Morning Glory Milking Farm.
That's what it's called.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that. By the way, I was talking about Alien Abduction for Milkmen.
Oh,
by Sky Mac.
Wow.
Alien Abduction for Milkmen. And what was I gotta find that balloon animal shifting.
Balloon animal shifter one's really good.
Wait, go back to what was the...
Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Thank you.
Yeah, like nothing balloon animal.
Can I recommend some Santa Claus romance?
Yes.
Okay, so there's one that is it's Marie Lipscomb, but she writes under a different name for these Santa. I think it's called Plowed or something. Anyway, lovely Santa romance. And then the other one, oh no, it's Ellie Mae McGregor.
Squeak! Sorry.
Squeak is what it's called?
Yes.
Okay, genius. Okay. Anyway, I've been reading some delightful Santa porn, and it's just really great.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh,
okay.
Speaking of that, if you haven't seen Violent Night yet, it is the new Die Hard.
Oh, is it?
Is
it?
It's so good.
Okay.
Violent Night?
Violent
Yeah.
Night. It is.
Okay, wow.
It is the new Die Hard. It's in
Okay.
theaters now.
Like Christmas movie Die Hard, like how Die
Yeah,
Hard has
and
okay.
you get Santa's origin story.
Oh, wow.
What is his name? Oh my god. David Harbour.
Yes.
Plays
Oh
Santa.
my god, really?
Yeah. Do you want to go see it? Do you
Yeah,
want to go see it at Alamo?
I do, but I'm going.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, but I do.
Boo.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Okay.
we went way off topic.
We went way off
It wasn't
topic.
that
Anyway.
fun.
No,
That's the
I
point
kind of feel
a
like
book
maybe
club.
once a month we should each pick
I
a
would go
bananas
with you, just
batshit.
not this month, but yeah.
yeah, whenever a bananas batshit crazy
Oh, yeah.
romance book, and just the three of us just do this
I love
for
it.
like
100%. I would
I have
love
so
it.
many zombies ahead where, like, in order to keep their wits about them and stay alive, they have to semen cure them. It's like so many good weird books out there. They sound terrible, but they're so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Squeak, Balloon Animal, Omegaverse. So yeah, after
Squeak, Balloon Animal Omegaverse.
so off camera, like
Okay.
once this ends, like
Yeah.
maybe like let's
Yeah.
set that up. Like once a
Yeah.
month we just come and sit in my kitchen and
I
talk
love
about
it.
just crazy romance.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
love it.
monster fucking was huge. I was trying to explain monster fucking to my friend, and she's
Oh.
like, "Oh, like vampire?" I'm like,
No.
"No, honey. I'm like monsters,
Like Kraken.
like
Yeah.
the Kraken,
Yeah.
like
There's
dragons."
Yeah.
tons of tentacle books out
Orcs.
there now.
Those are the things.
And they're not
Orcs,
like,
yeah.
some of them are like romantic.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're like
It's
very
if you,
heartwarming.
Like if you can fall in love with someone who looks
Yeah.
nothing like you.
Yeah.
What is Katie Roberts' dragon, like the Lizard King or
Oh, the
something?
Dragon Bride
The
one
Dragon's
with a really
Bride.
good clinch cover.
Yes.
That one was
That's
great.
right.
Yes,
That's right.
she was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, like I'm like, no, honey, monsters."
Yeah.
Like,
Monsters. Yeah, the Dragon Bride.
Yeah.
He has 2 penises. There was a lot of questions.
Mm.
She answered them.
yeah, I mean, you gotta know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do you know there's if you read Ruby Dixon's Ice Planet Barbarians,
Yeah.
do you know about the vibrator? Because they have like a specific type of penis
Yes.
with the barbs on it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
somebody actually made
a dildo
like,
of it. I saw
a dildo,
and
yeah.
then a spur. It has like all the
Yes!
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Yes, it's not something I'd put in my body,
Yeah,
but I
that was,
don't
like, very-
yuck. I'm not going to yuck anyone
No.
else's yum, and I'm glad it exists for those people
Yeah.
who want that. But
Yeah.
So,
It's- yeah.
on that happy note,
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for coming.
thanks for
That-
coming.
Everybody.
And she's like, that will not be the mystery toy for next month.
No, the mystery toy. Yes. So the mystery toy, and it's the mystery toy is always gender neutral. So, I guess the Ice Planet Barbarian dildo could be
It
gender
could be.
neutral.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
Fun for all.
But yeah, exactly.
Fun for
Yeah.
everyone.
I was wondering if it comes with like a cooey, you know, like vibrate, but no.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway.
Wow. Wow. Come for the book. Stay for for everything else we learned.
Stay for every other batshit crazy thing that goes on in this time.
I love it.
But yeah, so you can pre-order the winter box now. It will not be as chaotic as this one was. I just think because, and I'm not like really, I'm frustrated because I want the readers and the people who ordered them to get their stuff. But as a business owner, like I understand just trying to order stuff and get it in a timely fashion during the holidays is insane. And so many of my other vendors that are small businesses, like Hello Lovely Box and Fable Bands and Element Essential, like they, you know, everybody just worked really hard to get everything done, and I'm so appreciative of everybody who helped me put this box together. And I'm really trying to be patient with my book printers because I know that I'm not the only person emailing them 3 times a day asking for stuff. So, you know, just everybody please be patient with me. And, you know, as upset as you are about not having your box, I'm even more upset that you don't have your box because for me, I look forward to the unboxing videos and the notes that I get. Like, that is so much fun for me. So when I get a message that's like, is my box on the way? It's like, oh, sorry. But yeah, as soon as I get the stuff, I'm sending it out. So thank you so much for your patience.
And thanks to all the authors that came in.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was crazy because I rescheduled a few times and it was.
We made it.
We made it. Yeah, I didn't think that we would make it to the end, but we did.
We did.
We're here.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you to these ladies.
Oh my god, so fun.
Next season.
Can't wait to tell you guys about my balloon animal experience.
Yeah, we're all gonna meet Squeak and talk about it after the next time.
Exactly. Yeah,
Great.
Squeak and Morning Glory Milk Farms.
It's a heartwarming tale.
And alien abduction for milkmen.
Alien abduction for milkmen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's our theme.
Yeah.
That's our theme.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.